What up, nerds? And welcome to another fun-sized episode of Straight Chilling, the weekly horror movie review show where you chill and we kill, slice, dice, and chop up yet another horror movie. My name is Bob. I'll be your host for the evening. This is episode 548, recorded on Sunday, October 5th, 2025. Tonight, we're talking about VHS Halloween. Before we get into it, let me introduce everyone else on the show tonight. First up, calling in from Washington, D.C., we got your boy, Rand Diesel. What's up?
Oh my gosh!
What's going on, baby? I'm ready to talk some Halloween shit. Some direct, mainline Halloween shit. Let's go.
That's true. Straight to the vein. We're doing it.
Off your shirt and show Grief your fucking tits.
My name is Grief, by the way, if you didn't know. if anybody didn't know.
Show me.
My name is Grief. Last but not least, calling in.
is Grief.
Show me your fucking tits. Calling in from Seoul, South Korea, we got your boy, Soju. What's up, man?
Oh, what up? It's the Halloween King himself, Soju, boys. 4 years running. I didn't want to gloat last week. I thought karma might get me with the last minute switch, but I'm gloating this week.
Karma never comes for Soju. That's what we've learned here today.
4 years straight, boys.
Statistically very unlikely. And
no one's ever going to beat this streak. I don't think we'll be doing this another 4 years from now, so y'all don't have a chance.
I'm pretty sure that, like, if you don't win, you're gonna like crumble into dust one year. Like,
I'm already preparing next year's keeping your soul on this planet. Already getting there, ready to go.
I might actually have to cheat next year just to make sure, because I can't deal with this for another year. I can't fucking do it.
Going for that 5 spot. Woo!
If you guys have no idea what we're talking about, Justin is one.
Yeah.
Every single time we've done this like mysterious triple feature Halloween poll, he's won every single time, which is
not
frustrating.
Not frustrating. People want, you know.
Nobody's upset about it. Nobody is at all upset.
Not me, not Randy, not anybody is upset about it.
No resentment.
I'm definitely not upset about him.
Apologize.
Oh man. Yeah. So let's tackle a little bit of housekeeping real quick here. So our October poll has closed. That means our November poll is currently posted over on our Patreon website. If you guys support us at the $5 level or above, you get the chance to vote on a movie we're talking about this November. The theme for November is cornfields. The 3 movies you're voting on are Children of the Corn, Jeepers Creepers, and Freddy vs. Jason.
Whoa, Bob. How those corns looking?
I've got some bunions on there.
Yeah.
But, it'll be all right.
Kind of rough. Like, kind of rough. Last place with 21% of the vote is Children of the Corn. Second place, Freddy vs. Jason with 37% of the vote. First place, Jeepers Creepers with 42% of the vote.
Jeepers Creepers.
Our demographics remain stalwart eternally.
It always goes
our age.
One gets stomped into the ground as well.
I think we've had Jeepers Creepers on like 2 or 3 polls, probably. And
have we?
It has not won, but now, I mean,
it has made appearances.
It's doing well.
Oh, okay. I mean, we've been doing. How long do you think we've been doing these polls? It's been 7 years. Yeah, 7. I mean, we've gone through some polls.
Like Freddy vs. Jason has been on a couple. Honestly, probably Children of the Corn too.
Actually, yeah, I think Freddy vs. Jason has been on 2 or 3. So maybe this is just like what's left.
We're sweeping things up here.
Yeah, I gotta pick one of these this time.
Look,
we're out of ideas.
These fuckers needs to be pinged.
I'm actually
getting out of ideas.
I am not out of. I have so many ideas.
Really?
I have like dozens.
Anytime we're like, well, we need a new poem, I was like, what have we not done?
Got a lot of ideas.
I don't know, man.
Get those votes in. We'll see what we're talking about this November. Speaking of Patreon bullshit, we're dropping mini-casts every single Friday throughout the month of October. It's a great time to join up on Patreon. We're talking Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors 19, 20, 21, and 22 every single Friday throughout October.
This is a time out to sign up on Patreon, because if you sign up on Patreon, you get to come to a very exclusive special event coming up later this month.
That's right.
You do.
One that has special limited edition merch and everything.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Limited edition.
Addiction merch.
Addiction.
The addiction's not limited. Unlimited addiction available.
Unlimited. The dick is also unlimited, though, to be fair. You get a lot.
Always.
If you join up on Patreon. It's really kind of nuts.
We are misrepresenting this Patreon by that statement, but okay. Lots of feet pics too.
Yeah, you get all the Treehouse of Horror episodes coming up this month, and also we're up to, I think it's like 170 episodes over on our Patreon minicast. So you get access to all of that too. And also access to the 5th annual Chilloween party, which Justin was just alluding to. And I think we're going to have a little bit of a friend popping in here real quick to talk about it.
A good friend.
A good friend, yeah.
All right.
Oh, hi there. It's me, Sexy Dracula. Once again, the straight chilling crew made me an offer that I just could refuse. But I did not want to deprive you of me, Sexy Dracula. So I'm here to tell you about the Straight Chilling's 5th annual Chilloween party on Friday, October 24th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be a surprise film screening with commentary and drinking game, a costume contest, and horror trivia hosted by everyone's favorite spider monkey, Caitlin from Plug It Up Podcast. All you have to do is sign up on the Straight Chilling Patreon at any level, and you're invited to the sexiest graveyard smash of your life. Be sexy this Halloween season and come chill at Straight Chilling's 5th annual Chilloween party on Friday, October 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dost thou want to live chilliciously? Sexy Dracula out!
I'll tell you, Harry, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You know, that accent, I'm just not sure that it's authentic.
Bob, what do you know about accents?
Don't you question Sexy Dracula? He's been around the block, okay? You're nothing to him.
He has been around the block, but
you're nothing to me. Oh, I've heard a high school teacher scream that at children, let me tell you.
Is that true?
Yes, I have.
Wow. Nothing. You did go to an art school after all.
Dude, yeah, shit's fucked up.
I'm an artist.
You're nothing to me.
Shit. Derivative.
You're all derivative.
Children.
Derivative little
children. Yeah, come hang out with us for the 5th annual Chilloween party. Whatever time zone, I just can't remember. But I'm sure you know. Come hang out. Speaking of Patreon bullshit, we do have one brand new Patreon supporter. We got to give mad shouts out to a big, gigantic thank you to Armelina. This one goes out to you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, slap me in the ass.
Go ahead and slap me right in that ass.
Ooh, you gotta go in, and then you just start the slapping. You just start the slapping.
Back and forth.
That's what you do on the 5th annual Chilloween party. We like open up the tab and it's just all of our asses bare to you, and you just fucking slap them.
Whoa.
You just fucking go hard.
Making promises.
We're making a lot of promises here tonight.
I intend to keep. That's how we start the show. Welcome. Just fucking get in there. Just get in there.
We
Cheek
start
spread.
every show with triple hole, and then we move from there.
Triple. Woo. Yeah.
They call it the turkey.
Come hang out. Yeah, come hang out. That's all we got for Patreon news. Do you guys have anything you need to plug?
I think I'm all right.
My house is clean this week.
All right.
All right.
Squeaky.
This house is clean.
All right, let's get into the main event. We're talking about VHS Halloween, and we're kicking it off with the back of the box.
What's on the back of the box?
Bob.
Bob, you gonna order this box? Do they make boxes for these VHSs?
They actually do.
VHS.
They do, yeah. Shudder's pretty good about putting their original content out on disc, which is great.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of that, and I think
Are you now?
Yeah, who would
You're
have
a
thought?
fan of this?
Physical media.
Who would have
Is
thought?
that what you're a fan of?
Oh man, yes, I am. This one I'm maybe not super stoked on. I don't know. You cannot pre-order this yet. I'm sure they'll have it up relatively soon, though.
Okay.
So, at the time of us recording the show, it's like 2 days after this hit Shudder, so it's still very, very fresh, and I'm sure it'll come out on Blu-ray pretty soon. But we're talking about VHS Halloween. This is the 5th VHS anthology that's been like produced by Shudder. So there's like 8 total, but this is the 5th one on Shudder, straight to Shudder. Runtime of 1 hour and 55 minutes. This is directed by a ton of people, which we'll kind of like talk about the directors as we go through the segments later on. Plot synopsis brought to you by IMDb is as follows. A collection of Halloween-themed videotapes unleashes a series of twisted, blood-soaked tales, turning trick-or-treat into a struggle for survival. Brand new movie, obviously, first-time watch for all of us. Would you fellers recommend folks at home check this out? Rand Diesel, why don't you kick us off?
Yeah, I would. I think this is worthy of your time for a Halloween viewing. I was really excited. I like found footage stuff. The VHS franchise, for all of its mini clunkers, has been pretty reliable, I think, in the last few installments. And I think this one lives up to that. I think it's worth a look. Like all of them, it has its hits, it has its misses, but and everybody's mileage varies wildly. So I think it's worth checking it out if you got something. You got some viewing burning a hole in your pocket, and you wanna roll the dice on this anthology. Yeah, generally recommend. Sure.
Roll the dice. Soju, how do you feel?
I don't feel good, Bob. I don't think I would recommend this one. VHS is as a series is pretty hit or miss for me. I might have missed the last one that came out. I get them all mixed up now, honestly. They all kind of blend together.
Beyond was the last one. It was like all the sci-fi segments.
I don't think I
missed
saw that
actually.
one then.
It's a good one.
And maybe I missed the last two. Yeah, I mean, generally I'm always curious and I'm willing to give it a shot. But at this point, yeah, they are kind of all blend together. I was really hyped for Halloween to come out, though. But I think there's about 6 segments here, and I think I like maybe 2 of them. So that's not a good rate there. So no, and there were some that I really didn't like. So not a recommend for me, Bob. How about you? Would you recommend people check this out?
I think I'm kind of on the Soju train here. It sounds,
Choo, baby.
it sounds, yeah, they're always on time, by the way.
It's always a good time when you're on the Soju train, Bob.
Your fractions 2 of the 6. I'm like kind of right there with you, honestly.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was kind of bummed by this. I think there's a certain I don't know. Like, generally speaking, I would say I dig the VHS movies that Shudder has been putting out. And there's like a decent quantity of the shorts in each one. I think most of them are pretty good. This one just kind of didn't hit for whatever reason. May actually be my least favorite of the 5 they've put out. So, I don't know that
this could be a tough battle for me here.
I don't know that I'd recommend it necessarily. So, very, very loose recommend, if at all, from me. So,
Dabba die.
Dabba dee dabba die. That sounds like maybe not much of a recommendation at all.
Not really.
From the Straight Chilling crew, which is wild because like I've tried to avoid most like full blown reviews, but it seems like overwhelmingly just like the vibe is positive from what I can tell. So maybe Juice, you and I might be like on the fringe here, but I don't know. We'll get into it. We're definitely going to be spoiling the shit out of VHS Halloween, and here comes your warning.
Spoiler warning.
All right, Bob, what are we going to do? We're going to take this one by one as we do with
I think that's the best way to do it. One by one.
Me too. Anthology style.
Do you want to start with the wraparound then?
I think so. Yeah, let's start with a wraparound, which is like one of the many issues I have with this. And not just with this one, but with a lot of these VHS movies is like the wraparound doesn't actually connect anything. It's just like a short that is split up in a bunch of small segments. So like it doesn't...
Yeah.
Just for
They've been doing that for a little bit now.
They have been. Kind of for no reason, but...
Well... Let's summarize it and we'll get into it a little bit.
We'll do it. Yeah. So this, like I said, this is the 8th installment in the VHS franchise. It's got 6 segments, and the first one that we're going to talk about here is acting like a wraparound. So the wraparound segment is called Diet Phantasma. This is written and directed by Brian M. Ferguson, in which we see a corporation. They're conducting product testing on their new Halloween soda called Diet Phantasma. This is split up into 5 different parts. Actually, I think 6, because it does... there's like a mid-credit, like end-credit sequence that I didn't realize existed at first. So actually, I think it is 6 parts. Each one shows like different subjects trying this Diet Phantasma soda, and they have like terrible things happen to them. The soda appears to contain some sort of like ghost or evil entity inside of it, and they're like dialing up and down the quantity of that evil entity or whatever. But whenever you drink it, it seems to possess you, and it kills the people who drink it or just like makes them do terrible things. You see people's skulls get crushed by the can, skin just comes off their body, they projectile vomit, heads explode. And the final segment, you see like 6 subjects drinking this soda all at the same time, and it kind of ends in like this giant bloodbath where they're all like ripping each other apart. But you do see this one young girl who's just sort of like calmly being possessed by whatever entity she consumed from the can. And the dude that's like running the experiments, he asks what she thinks. She says she loves the soda and she wants some more. She says her favorite soda in the world is Diet Phantasma. And at that point, he's very satisfied with whatever trials they're doing. And he says, let's go ahead and push it out. We're selling this soda to the world at this point. And I guess the point being that should you drink this soda, you are like quite literally possessed by whatever is inside of it, making you want more and more. And then the sort of mid end credit tag is like a final commercial, basically featuring that little girl selling you the soda. So that's kind of it. So Diet Phantasma, that's what we're talking about for the first one here, the wraparound segment. How did you guys feel about this?
I mean, I think you nailed it. This is the problem that, like you said, this is a pervasive issue with the VHS franchise. They feel like they have to have some sort of wraparound, and when they originally did that, it was like a wraparound featuring people like watching the tapes or finding the tapes or something, something like that. And they just kind of abandoned that, and now it's literally is just like an overly segmented segment, and it's like this. this doesn't serve the function that it's formatted for. I don't even know if they like. It makes me wonder if they even like. If the director of this was given a heads up, like, oh, you're going to be the wraparound, so you need to make like, it doesn't seem like it. It seems like they just picked the one with the most cuts that they could manipulate as needed. I don't know. The best part of it is the commercial, in my opinion. I did not particularly love this wraparound or as an entire segment. It could have only been improved by being able to just shoot right through it instead of having to like dole it out in bits. In my opinion.
I don't even know if it would have been good to watch all the way through. And they've had some wraparounds that are somewhat similar to this. One that comes to mind is they're doing some test on something and it ends up being alive or something like that. That's one that kind of stood out. It was very, very similar to this thing. But I was thinking the problem with this one is it's just all the same. Literally, like there's no real changes into what happens. Like every time somebody comes in, the first one's a surprise, I guess, and then after that everyone opens it up, says it smells like shit, but it actually tastes good. It destroys them in some outlandish, ridiculous way. There's really no variation. Yeah, so if I watch this, all those things back to back, I would like just grow so tired of it immediately.
That's fair.
Yeah, if it was spaced out,
it does get a little better in terms of like the effects and things. Like I think the things that happen, the gore effects or whatever, they get a little bit more funny. They get a little bit more gory or more interesting in the gore, but it's not like not to an extreme extent. But I feel like it could only be marginally improved, at least by putting it together and letting you like get to those better moments quicker. The first two segments, wraparound segments of this, I was like just deeply not interested. I was like, this is boring. It's not like it's not like you said, it's starting to repeat itself already. It's also like I don't think there's much of a point to this. It doesn't seem especially Halloween-y to me, which is a problem for the Halloween franchise wraparound
for this whole movie.
You would think that the wraparound segments specifically should be the most, they should be the ones like really hammering home the Halloweeniness of this. Yeah, but it doesn't.
This is violently boring to me, and I gotta say, the only reason this is quote a Halloween short is because they say this is a Halloween soda. They're trying to get
but it doesn't even look like a Halloween soda.
It doesn't. It could, right? This could, and this is the problem I have with the vast majority of these segments is like they could happen at any time. They don't actually have to happen during Halloween. Other than I think two of the six. I don't know if I
agree with that.
I think two of the six absolutely are like indebted to like the Halloween holiday, but the rest of them could happen anytime whatsoever.
I don't know. I think at least four of them are pretty strongly in the Halloween category. But we can get to those in a minute. We'll get to them. That's a quibble.
This one for sure could happen anytime. They're just product testing a soda. So
this one, yes.
This one for sure. And like they're just, I don't know. It's the same thing over and over and over again, and it's not really interesting to me. I don't know that it ties anything together in any way. So like as far as a wraparound segment, it doesn't really serve that purpose. I think if it was viewed all together without being chopped up, it would be somehow even more boring. So I don't know that would make it any better. Okay, right. Like I just don't really like it, honestly.
This would have been the perfect like Chris LaMartina style. Do the Halloween commercials in between, man.
Yes,
like they really fucked up
been
here.
Better.
I don't know. I mean, that would have been better, but I also like. I feel like that would be cribbing pretty hard.
Well, they could have just hired him to do it. True,
but I mean, I don't know. Maybe all I know is that this doesn't work as a continuing thread, and it doesn't work as especially Halloween-y segment, and it's trying to hit humor buttons that often aren't hitting. And like some of the effects are cool, some of them are a little charming, but like. They hit a ceiling. Like it's like kind of cool. It's kind of charming. It's it can only go so high in this one. And to me, like it just doesn't actually do anything. It just like Juice, to your point, it does repeat itself. And I think that's kind of a shame. The only arc you get is with like the lead tester guy, who's just like increasingly erratic and wanting this thing to go forward. And then he pushes out a soda that killed 7 out of 8 people or whatever in his testing.
I don't
booth. I'm like,
understand.
if they're supposed to be like, oh, they don't care, they're just putting it out and putting dangerous products out. It's like, you could have put it out yesterday then. Like, we could have put it out in segment 2 of this of this thing.
They do not articulate what their goal is. You kind of have to glean it. And like, I think I get what it is, but maybe I don't. Because they really don't even begin to tell you. You know?
Yeah, it's true. It's very... It's a little they keep things kind of nebulous, which I kind of like. I would hate if they like went too far and like over explaining things and becoming an exposition dump, but give us a little bit more, because like I feel like if they had said something like that they're trying to get people addicted to spirits or something like that, and that's what addiction looks like when it comes to that sort of thing with the little girl, then that's a little interesting. Or like, I don't know, that's just something that occurred to me now, but I don't really know what. Yeah, like you said, I just don't really know what the.
It seems like they just want you addicted to the soda, like possessed.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like addicted to the soda via spirits instead of chemicals.
Let's
that's at least something.
I think
it's not good. None of us like it.
We're trying to get more out of it than is there. All right, so that's the wraparound. All right, so the first like proper segment is called Coochie Coochie Coo, and this is written and directed by Anna Zlakovic. In which we see 2 girls who are almost too old to trick or treat. I believe they're like high school seniors, but they plan to go trick or treating anyway. They're taunted by some kids saying that the mommy is going to get them because they're just too old to be trick or treating. They come across a mysterious house. They end up going inside of it. It smells really bad and there's milk everywhere. The door they entered through ends up vanishing and they can't get out. They find a couple grown-ass people that appear to be kind of turned into babies in a weird way. They then see, quote, the mommy, which is this like weird monster with 6 yabos hanging out that's constantly leaking milk. And she ends up singing a lullaby, and sort of the 2 girls eventually do succumb to her and gently lay their heads on her lap while she's singing to them. And they become babies. There you go. That's kind of it. Again, really nothing to do with Halloween. Like, this could happen on any day.
They're trick-or-treating, and there's a mysterious house that pops up. And I did like the setup of it,
it's
where...
the catalyst for the whole thing.
But where you could be... like,
but inside the house,
you just got to get them in the house, and then whatever.
That's fair.
But this is more distinct. I mean, having them go trick or treating, that's more distinctive than urban exploring to me. I don't know, like in a rash of found footage films that
there
do
could
exactly
be other ways that you
I think
could
this
get
is
them
fine.
in the
It just
house,
happens to
and
be
they're dressed up.
Is what it
but
feels.
also the justification is that she grabs people who are too old or too greedy on Halloween.
But they're trying to cling to their youth a little bit. One last time.
Cautionary tale.
Yeah,
it's enough. It's enough.
Sure,
I think it's
you guys are.
I think it's
more
enough connection, but
I
also
am, I think. But
I also don't think that it's like.
Sure.
I think these women are clearly too old to be trick or treating, and I think
they're
that they
in
would
high school.
It's shocking to me. That
You know, I mean, they're not.
Hey, senior in high school? Can you like? I remember being a senior in high school a little bit, and I don't think that I would have ever worn a baby outfit to go trick or treating. Like, I think it's a little much.
Kids just aren't as mature as we were. That's the problem.
Yeah. So this one, I got to be honest with you guys. I fucking hated this. I hated this segment.
Wow.
You know what?
This one, a fan.
I was split on it. I'm split at the end of it. I thought, you know what? That feels like I was going back to some of the like ones that I remember first segments. And I was like, that's kind of a VHS first segment where I feel like it always has some kind of maybe like strong premise. And it's always like a medium, you know, where like I feel like the premise is always good, but the acting or something, the acting was really bad here for me. And then parts of the premise were bad. But I thought there were some creepy moments, to be fair. The going through the house, the space, and how the way that they described the smell and how dirty everything was so dirty. Yeah. And the woman who had the mask and the milk was just leaking into it. I thought that was really fucked up. That was like a really fucked up moment. Now the dude in the baby costume and how they used him and him in the door, that was really fucking stupid. And the cheerleader, that was really fucking stupid. So I was kind of 50-50 on this one, but I will say more toward the negative. The acting was really bad on this one.
I have a lot of agreement with some of that, and I can quibble with that more. But I did want to hear, Rob, since you hated it so much, you seem pretty adamant. I would love to hear, like, just go off, King.
I was really bored during this. Honestly, it reminded me of a lot of segments that we have seen in the last 3 or 4 VHS movies, like very, very similar, where you're just in a spooky house and like there's a weird thing creeping around the corner and kind of looking at you, and then at the end of it you get like a full-blown glimpse of it and it's this weird creature, and then you succumb to it, whatever it is. And so it felt like boring in its setup, and also like didn't really have the Halloween vibes whatsoever. Once you get into the house, it could happen any day. And like the stuff that was supposed to be creepy, I don't know, man. It just like did not hit. Like seeing these adults that were being like turned into babies, I guess, just wasn't creepy at all. Like I wasn't even really intrigued to find out more. Like I just really was uninterested. It wasn't funny or scary or original or even really feel like it had anything to do with Halloween. So I was just bored, straight up bored through this whole thing.
Also, the Gucci Goo part was
fucking stupid.
So stupid.
I think it's supposed to be funny. It wasn't funny to me, though. I don't know.
Yeah, that was the thing, is sometimes they treated the monster kind of like a joke.
Yeah.
That was a little confusing. Like when she like sticks even from the very beginning, the way she kind of sticks the basket out of the house, like pulls it back in, it's kind of jokey feeling. It is.
Yeah. I don't think so. I kind of feel like it's, to me, like I didn't get a jokey vibe from that. You can say that it doesn't work as a spooky moment, but I think that I think it's supposed to be spooky. It's like jilted, like sudden movements, creepy thing, half in shadows. Like seems pretty like bog standard monster making to me. And as far like this doesn't break any new ground. Let me be clear. Like Rob's totally right about that. Like it's not breaking any new ground. But I think it was like I agree with you, Justin, about like the wandering around the house or whatever. Like those things work for me, man. I like seeing that sort of thing. I like it. The door disappearing on them. I love that sort of thing where it's like a backroomy sort of like. Fucking with time and space, fucking with reality a little bit. You're trapped in a hell, like, and this is not the only segment that does that also, but I think this one does it better because the place they're in is fucking spooky as shit to me. Wandering around, seeing something peer around at you and you're not sure what it is, and you're putting yourself in the shoes of these young girls. Like, I don't know. To me, I think that all works pretty well. I didn't love the JD Vance faces the baby adults had, or any of that shit, but I don't.
Okay, plus a half star. I like it more now.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think that was. It's creepier in concept than in actuality. Like I just don't like the visual of it. It is like it's not quite uncanny enough. I think it's a little bit. Yeah. It's hard to describe why, but I don't think that it really like super works. I hated the way it ended, where it like. I guess the singing is what got them. But if that's the case, just sing like. I don't know, the lore or whatever that they try and establish. They do a pretty good job trying to get some sort of lore in there, like for a short, but I don't think that it ultimately makes the most sense. But all those little spooky moments of going from like room A to room B to room C, back to room A, and room A's changed, like that sort of shit really works for me. Seeing something peer around the corner really works for me. The adult baby guy in particular did not work for me because it's like, the kid from the movie The Baby was scarier than that guy to me. Like I don't know, it was just like too convenient. Like just walk past him. He's chewing the wall. Like if he's gonna attack you, he's gonna attack you. You need to get the fuck out of there. Like I don't know. Like that was one of those moments where I was like, these kids aren't acting in their own best interest here.
Would you give this plus a star and a half for the Yabos? Because they're three sets.
Whoa, multiply.
Technically, yeah.
Multi-ball.
No, I just even that premise, like, why would she have 6 Yabos?
I don't know, man. Because it's spooky.
There's only 2 people in there, so like 1 per Yabo. It's not like there's like a ton of kids she's trying to feed.
Wasn't there another one? I thought there was 3. I thought there was 3.
I don't
3
know.
what?
3
babies,
adult children.
I think there was one more.
I think there was.
There's at least the 2, maybe one more. That
I think there was one more. But like also too, just it didn't look very good too. I mean, okay, so like the space that I described and stuff did look good, but like the creature, I don't know.
I feel like it was supposed to be kind of funny though, but I didn't laugh.
I felt like
the
they were
constantly
trying to
flowing and
conceptually flawed because it makes you guys feel like it's trying to be funny. I don't think that it is trying to be funny. I think it's just like not succeeding enough at being scary. And it's like too trapped in its own like lore and concept, which is not that strong to begin with. I feel like it's that. I feel like it's kind of trapped in a mire of its own making.
So at the end,
but it doesn't work.
At the end, when it was like singing this the lullaby, the words of it were so cheesy, and I was like,
that was cheesy. Yeah.
I was like, is this again with, and maybe that's our thing of like, are they trying to be a joke about it? Because that's how I kind of took it. Like they were kind of taking it lightly, but it just felt too cringe for me. It says
like, I'll feed you till you regress or something, but it's
I'll make sure you never die. Like it's like just really, it's like they're trying to cram extra exposition into this song. It's like you don't need it. You don't need that. You need it to be spooky. You don't need the lore to come home at this point. It's just
to me not remotely funny.
And then also, why wouldn't she just sing that if that literally turns them into babies? Why wouldn't she just sing the song in the beginning?
Just playing with the food. I don't know. Like, I just feel like it's the spooky parts, like of walking through the house or whatever. That stuff works fine. The actual lore that they're trying to really hammer home or whatever is not really working and is actually undercutting the spookiness. Obviously with you guys. So
let's move on. But to be fair, I will say to both of y'all, so both of you made a similar point, but there is another segment that is very similar to this one, just a couple of ways. So
well, there definitely is, which is a problem.
Lack of variety.
Which is a problem.
So yeah. Okay.
So all right. The next one is a Spanish language short. It is called Ut Supra Sic Infra. This is written and directed by Paco Plaza, who I believe previously wrote and directed Wreck, that found footage movie Wreck.
Oh.
So
there you go.
In this, we see a 20-something dude named Enric. He's being interrogated by the police about his friends being murdered the previous night on Halloween. He says that he killed them, but the police are kind of skeptical. They take him back to the scene of the crime. They make him reenact everything. Turns out his friend worked as a waitress at this mansion that was turned into a wedding venue, and came across a super creepy attic space, and she wanted to take all of her friends there on Halloween for a spooky good time. And she ends up explaining that a medium used to live there, and she would use a phone to contact the dead. There's Latin written all over the walls, and Enric on Halloween night ends up reading it, and the phone sitting in the middle of the room starts to ring. They answer it. He hears some spooky shit spoken to him, and he becomes possessed. He then kills all of his friends and rips their eyeballs out. And the police make him reenact all of this shit. They make him read the Latin. The phone rings. One of the investigators answers the phone. He looks possessed again. All the cops kind of float up into the air onto the ceiling, and Enric walks on the ceiling, rips all their eyeballs out, and all the cops fall to the floor dead, just the way all of his friends did on Halloween night. And that's basically the end of the segment there. I think this is, for my money, the most effective segment of this whole movie.
I would agree. This one was sick. I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot.
On the same page.
Yeah.
Like ultimately, let me be clear. Like, there's only one segment in this that I actively just 1 to 2 segments that I actively did not like. One of which being the soda thing. Okay. So I even kind of enjoyed the last one. Like we complained about it together. I like agreed with some of your points, but I largely like enjoyed myself watching it. This one, like First of all, Paco Plaza directed Rick.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3. So like pretty good pedigree there. The problem I have with this is that it's like it feels like it's from that exact era. Like it's like I don't know. I feel like this one lacks
It's like as above, so below. It's got that vibe.
Right.
Totally. I mean, they even say that.
Well, it
straight
they
up.
say
It's
that.
the name of the
it's like
segment,
his
yeah.
version of that, and I mean, I don't dislike it again, but like I feel like it's not bringing a unique enough flavor.
That's
while
totally
also
fair,
not hitting
yeah.
While also, I think this hits the Halloween vibes way less than the last one.
I
don't
actually
see a
think it hits
Halloween
it
vibe in
more
this at
than the
all.
last one, but it's still nowhere near enough,
Why?
in my opinion. Nowhere near enough, to be fair.
Yeah, and like so between those things and like the way it ultimately works out, like shooting over the camera and seeing the guy like whoa, and then flying up or whatever, it's a little bit tired to me. Like more
That's
so than
fair,
even walking down darkened hallways, because that is the scary thing to me. That's something I could imagine happening. Me walking down a spooky hallway and thinking I see something and being spooked. I can't imagine a dude just flying up into the air or whatever. Like it's like. It doesn't seem. It just seems like something that I saw in a movie. It was effective a few times in different movies, and now.
Well,
it's
you know what though?
I mean,
you say that, but like I agree. But what I'm gonna, since we see it 2 or 3, I think I'm forgetting what segment right now, but we see it at least 2 times. Of right now, it's the hot thing of the close corridors, the back room style thing, and now we're seeing all these people in these that mimic it. Ooh, this strange. All of a sudden, you're in this strange place, and you turn around these corners and stuff. I feel like that's gonna get really tired really quick. So at this point. Yes, I agree. Yes. You've experienced this style more because it wasn't, it was the hot new thing like 15 years ago. But I think that the one that you like now will also grow to get tired. So I like this one a little bit more just because it was some variation for what we were getting tonight, at least,
Yeah.
that's
And
fair. That part.
And also not just that, but also too, it's one of the few that kind of takes I guess at least takes itself seriously.
It's the most serious one, I think.
Yeah.
It's the most serious one and like sells it. So like it is accomplished in the most serious way. Yes.
I fully appreciate that part of it. Go ahead, Bob.
I do. I wish they would have like left out the whole, the police making him like retrace his steps aspect. I wish this entire thing was just like set on Halloween night, and like this girl worked at the spooky place and like got her friends to come along and did this crazy thing, and like we just saw it like, POV on the night. Like I would prefer that. It would like give me with that.
I like the reenactment.
Yeah, well, I think
that's what made it
at least
unique.
Something different.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
What you just described as every other found footage movie, basically.
But the thing is, like, it is the exact same thing happens both times. It's just one is like,
I think it's there, but he's forced to do it again. I think there's like a tragedy in there, and I think that makes it a little bit interesting.
He's willing to just take the responsibility,
and then they just
obviously every step of the way it's the arrogance. I mean, he's giving a confession. He's literally like, yep, I did it, and they just won't accept it. Like, you gotta show us how this happened. It's almost like the old tale of like curiosity killed the cat. It's like he's willing to give himself up. They have a suspect. He's willing to do it, and the tragedy is that all the people that are involved, like his lawyer has to be there, and all these extra people. He obviously doesn't want to do it. When the phone is set up in there, he's scared. He doesn't want to read the thing. So, I mean, it makes it that much more tragic that he knows what's going to happen. He made the mistake before where he was the curious one. He didn't take it seriously. He was joking around, and now he is forced to relive it in the horror nature, and at some point he loses control of himself when the possession happens. So I think that's much better.
I would prefer if it was all just like on Halloween night, this being like VHS Halloween. Like, I just want them to like hammer the Halloween vibes more than they are, instead of like going back in the middle of the day with like the cops to reenact the shit that we could have just seen firsthand on Halloween night anyways. And also, like,
we do.
Maybe it was like my interpretation of it I don't know if you guys felt this or not, but it seemed like Enric was like maybe like his memory of what had happened was like vague. So I did not necessarily get that he was like super unwilling to like, I mean, obviously didn't want to go back because he knew like fucked up shit happened, but like the details of it seemed like maybe he was a little vague on.
Probably like the possession aspect, probably, but still, he
doesn't want to be there for sure.
He picked up the phone and then all of his friends were dead. Like that was his experience. So he doesn't know the specifics.
Yeah, which
that's how I took it.
Yeah, that's how I took it too. Like he knew fucked up shit happened and he was probably responsible, but he doesn't really know.
He did not want to reenact that.
So that
and they forced him to reenact that.
That level of him like really not wanting to be there and really not wanting to do it again, I just didn't like fully connect with. I guess I put me in Halloween
I definitely
night.
did.
That's
like,
what
I think that was
want.
one of the stronger aspects.
That's what
of
I'm
it.
here for
and like,
this movie, personally. Which they
well, no, and I
don't
get
really
that.
do.
I think they could accomplish that in a number of ways that don't require it to be on Halloween night twice. I think they could have just had it be not just like the black phone again, and have it be something that's a little more Halloween oriented.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like one of Halloween themed paper cup thing that you put up to your ear like kids use, or I don't know. You could do a billion things that are a little more like Halloweeny. And it would be fine.
I mean,
but like, sorry, go ahead.
I'm like kind of complaining about the lack of Halloween vibes on this, but I will say like if you're just like looking at this as a standalone horror short, I still do think this is the most effective of the movie.
I think that's fair. I want to go back to like the discussion about like the tired tropes though. Like I think you're right. Like yeah, that's what I'm saying is that like this is stuff we've seen over and over and over again. I don't think I'm going to necessarily look back at the last segment and think to myself, boy, they're really doing this over again and again and again.
Yeah.
When we haven't reached maximum capacity yet. Like I'm not going to hold that against this movie that came out now for the things I'm tired of 2 years from now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I feel like that is a trope and that is happening. Like Skinamarink did that. Like a lot of things do that. And I like most of those things. And there will become a critical mass moment probably where that sort of thing, because it is so simple to achieve that a lot of movies are going to do it. A lot of not so great movies are going to do it. And I think that's like, that is possible, but I'm not going to hold it against this particular movie because I'm not tired of it yet. It was still effective for me now. But this particular thing that they're doing in this particular short, while more straight horror, which I appreciate, and like has a lot of things, some things that are going for it that make it enjoyable. Ultimately, it's like using a pretty this like Wreck came out in 2007. That's how old this shit is. We're talking about like the backroom stuff that came out, like that stuff started happening like 5 or 6 years ago. So like there's a clear like difference in my fatigue for these concepts.
Sure, yeah.
At the moment,
I think that's a very fair point to draw, which I think we'll continue talking about throughout the rest of these, which we do need to carry on, in which I think the simplicity is key when it comes to these shorts, and some of these are not very simplistic. We'll get to them.
Yeah.
So next up, we're talking about a short called Fun Size. This is written and directed by your boy Casper Kelly. Randy, this is your boy. Specifically.
Yeah. I don't know how much I want to claim him anymore.
He's your boy.
Why is he your boy?
But just because he's the Too Many Cooks guy, he's the guy.
Okay. Because I was like, this feels like the Christmas log thing or whatever.
Yeah, same.
It is okay because that when the thing was flying, I was like, okay, I thought, okay,
same guy.
I think.
So,
oh, sorry, Bob. Let's do the synopsis first.
Yeah. So we see 4 friends, 2 of which are newly engaged. They decide to go trick-or-treating, even though they're just too old, which is 2 of these segments, people trick-or-treating are too old. They come across a house with a very large bowl out front that says only take 1. The candies are off-brand and they look a little weird. They end up opening one and it's clearly a chocolate cream-filled dick. The dude eats it, the cream gets all over him, and it's weird or whatever. He ends up going in for another piece, and a hand grabs him and pulls him into the bowl. Eventually, all 4 friends get sucked into the bowl. They wake up in this weird abandoned candy factory place. They see their friend strapped down to a conveyor belt, and he gets pulled into the machine. He's chopped up and turned into fun-sized candy bars. There's a couple supernatural candy mascots down there that keep saying fun size. They end up pumping another girl full of hard candy via a tube straight up her ass, and her face pops off. She then crawls in the machine and becomes candy as well. The two engaged people are left. They crawl through an air vent to try and escape. And that turns out to be a conveyor belt in and of itself. They're about to die, and the dude tries to conduct this weird wedding ceremony like super quick, and the girl ends up saying, "I do not." He gets turned into candy, and then she escapes to the outside world, in which we see the candy mascot crushes her head. There you go.
Yep.
And then some kids at the end do the same thing.
Some kids, yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Like I'm a huge Too Many Cooks fan. I really like Yule Log. I understand this guy's kind of aesthetic. I just feel like it hit and it felt totally misplaced in this, which is crazy because this is such a like wildly like it's shorts, like having different tenors and tones is expected, but it felt so like nonsensical in the middle of this, and like especially with what comes after, like which we'll get to, but like it just really felt like totally out of place to me. It felt like completely random and not in a way that was humorous the way that I felt that like Too Many Cooks was, or even Yule Log was. I didn't really feel that same way about this. It just seemed low stakes because the nonsense meter was so high, if that makes sense. And also like this is the one where like more than any other, the acting really got under my skin. I was not like liking the act. It was like so
Fiance
expository. Hey, very, very over the top in a way that is, again, like if they had said it with a hard reality and then gone completely absurd, maybe that would have been different. But it felt like it was already kind of absurd. It was already an elevated level of reality in terms of like the performances, and it was not. It didn't feel like a big departure to have somebody's head pop off and gumballs fly out. That's not great. In my opinion.
I guess that's where, so I like this better than the first one. They're very similar. These are the two that are like so similar
soda
to
one,
me. No, not the wraparound, the mama one.
Coochie.
I just wanted to confirm.
Because again, the premise is the same. They go into a weird place. They navigate the weird place. Something is chasing them. So very similar. Right. But I like this one better. And I didn't look up to see this was the same person. But I was like, ooh, it's got that vibe, especially the candy bowl flying at them and the absurd kind of stuff happening. I like it better though because it felt consistent with like the mascots later and him chopping off the arm and the candy kind of pouring out. I thought that worked better. And I feel like the acting in both is equally bad, but because of the absurd nature of this one, it felt like it matched the bad acting more for me. So it worked better. Whereas the first one was like maybe like trying to be more scary, but the acting was kind of pulling me out of that. Yeah. Whereas this one, I was like, well, everything's super wacky anyways that I can kind of go along with
I like
that.
The contrast. I like real people being put into insurmountably insane situations.
Not when they can act. They can't act. So
I didn't think that they were as bad as these people in acting. I will say that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I liked them opening, like having the premise, the weird candy was cool, and then and adding to the curiosity, and then of course I love the rule being only take one and you get punished for that because that's like a big Halloween thing. So even though they go to a factory later, it's still Halloween candy and stuff. So I didn't like this one. This is not one of the two that I said was good, but I'm just comparing it to the first one or the mama one because it's so similar, and I preferred this one, but still I agree with a lot of the negative things.
I like this totally one fair. Overall.
A lot of people do, apparently.
I do realize that it sticks out kind of like a sore thumb in this particular movie because the tone, like I think Casper Kelly just has a very specific tone, and like it doesn't really blend in very well with most other things, so it does stick out. But this is one of the two, I would say, that is like intrinsically related to the Halloween holiday. It could not happen on any other day, so like I appreciate that about it. I also appreciate
one of the two. Okay. I thought you were mentioning our previous one. I thought you were saying you're done at this point. Okay.
We haven't gotten the other one yet.
Yeah, gotcha.
One of the two, I would say, and I dig that it, like, you can tell it's supposed to be comedic throughout, like from go. It's supposed to be funny, not supposed to be taken seriously. The dude like opening up this like clearly chocolate dick and eating it, and then getting pulled into like this candy bowl and he gets his dick and balls chopped off.
It was the
like,
dick. It was the chocolate dick.
It's very consistently goofy. I do think the acting is like not very good, and I also the worst part about this is like the weird fiance thing where like they just keep calling each other fiance and driving it home, and the girl's clearly not into it, and they're like building this tension that really doesn't like have anything to do with the story. And then I don't know, I guess they do bring it home in the end where she's like, I do not, and like, you know, refuses to actually marry this guy seconds before he's chopped up and turned into candy. So like they do bring it home, but like I just don't fucking care about that. That's not why I'm here. I'm here for like the weird Halloween story about people being turned into candy. Like that should be enough, I think. So like this dude like constantly like referring to this girl as like his fiance, my fiance, even in these like really bizarre situations like where they're about to get their dick and balls chopped off and turn into candy. He's still like trying to hold this like shoehorn in a ceremony where they get married really quickly, and like nobody in their right fucking mind would be doing that in that moment. It just doesn't really make sense to me.
I mean, there's nobody in their right mind in this. No, I agree with you to an extent. Like I do like that they like made an arc for something here besides just candy happening, like candy spook fest. I don't really like the fun size guy. Yelling fun size means nothing to me. I don't know what's fucking going on with that guy. If he was just around, it would be different. But him yelling fun size, for whatever reason, that really set it over the top where I was like, this is dumb. Like, I don't like this. But like when it comes to like having some sort of arc, I appreciate that it's an attempt. The problem to me ultimately is the acting. Like it doesn't sell it. Like, and I agree that nobody would be doing that in their right minds, but nobody's in their right minds at that point in the story. People are about to die, and it is like a punchline. Him saying that stuff to her, like, do you take me to having to hold for until death do us part? And she says no, and then she does what her friend says and breaks free to save herself. And he goes, what? And then immediately gets killed. And it's like not that funny, which is why this is one of the two segments that I actively don't like. That's one of the reasons. But like, it just does not work for me as a whole. And I think honestly, and I feel bad because like I don't like to disparage people's work, but like the acting's not good, and it's too expository, and it's not funny in the way that it wants to be. It just did not land.
One thing I didn't like, and then when I realized this was supposed to be funny, I was like, oh, okay, well now I like it. Was like the two people that were like going at like dressed up as people that were like filming a found footage horror short on Halloween night. That was their costume, and I was like, well, that's a really lazy way to explain away why people are filming all this. And I was like, oh, it's this whole thing is supposed to be funny. And I was like, well, okay, I'm down. Like that worked for me.
I actually thought that was fine. Like it was fine. Like I don't know, but it just. Ultimately, I don't think that I don't think that the back rooms area that they go to is all that spooky in and of itself. I don't know. I like that it like shifts and changes on them. That part's cool, but it doesn't look frightening to me the way that like if we're going to compare it to Coochie Coo or whatever, that environment was frightening. It was dark, it was moody, it was like grungy and horrifying. This was just like a backroom situation or whatever, which works better with a subtle performance of somebody walking through like an unknowable thing. This is not at all a subtle short. So like it contradicts itself. It should be heightened. It should be like fucking Wonka's play place or some shit. And that to me would at least play to the promise of like a goofy insanity instead of trying to walk the line between like the back rooms and essentially that. You know what I mean? It just doesn't really mesh well, and the acting really is needed to hold it together, but it doesn't. It's overly expository. That fucking dude dresses a pirate multiple times before they even get to the goddamn like catalyst of the the horrors, talks about how like corporate candy, blah, 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 and like talking about like, oh, there's no variety and stuff. Like, you don't have to hammer it that hard, man. Like we know, like you can, like they like, you don't need to mention it twice in a 2-minute span. Like it's too much.
Casper Kelly's going to be coming for you.
I don't know. I like Casper, but man, this one was not hitting for me.
Let's we got 2 more still to get to. I do think I'll make the point after I run through this. So the next one is called Kid Print. This was written and directed by Alex Ross Perry. We see a dude named Tim. He runs an electronics store in a small town in 1992. There's been a bunch of kids abducted recently, and Tim starts offering to film short interviews with local kids. He calls these kid prints. Just in case they end up going missing, they will have recent footage to put on the news so people know what the kids look like. They can keep an eye out for him. Tim, his wife, and two daughters end up going to the town square to trick or treat, and an officer tells him that a local girl has just gone missing, and he asks for her kid print. Tim runs back to the store to grab it, and he finds several snuff films are playing. Turns out his employee Bruce has been abducting, torturing, and killing kids. He also films everything along the way. He's fond of peeling their faces off and wearing them. He attacks Tim. He puts a kid's face on Tim. 2 teens end up finding Tim and assume he's in on it. They stab him to death. Bruce ends up killing the kids, and then we cut to a news anchor saying that Tim was the culprit all along, and he's finally been caught and killed. She interviews Bruce on the news, who says maybe something in Tim's childhood caused him to act this way. However, Bruce will happily continue making kid prints for the community.
VHS Laserdisc
And more. So there was the point that I was like kind of thinking of, but holding off on. So like when I watch found footage movies, which this technically is, like I don't really mind if there's no possible way this footage would be found, as long as the story is interesting and I can like sort of like fall into it and be immersed. Like I don't really care if it's like cut up one way or the other, but like if the story's not really there and it's not really pulling me in, then I find myself with like extra time wondering like why this footage would be cut this way, and it doesn't really make sense why these 2 different camera angles would be edited together, and this would never actually be found footage. And like I found myself watching this thinking more about that, which means like the stories aren't necessarily pulling me in. This next one definitely being one of them. Really, pretty much all of them, I think. I don't know if that necessarily affects you guys and how you appreciate found footage. I know this is something we've kind of talked about before, but I figured I'd kind of bring it up at this point and see if that was a detractor to y'all, or if you're kind of indifferent.
I never think about that.
Yeah,
I do think about it, and like I think that you're astute with, like, I think I agree with largely what you said, which is if I am not enjoying the plot, if I'm not enjoying the characters, if there's something that's not like that's not as airtight as it needs to be, then I'll start wondering about the nuts and bolts a little bit too much, and then it might start to fall apart for me. So like that started to happen to me when on the first few like run throughs of the soda commercial thing. I was not engrossed in any real way, and the way that it was cut was so like cinematic. Like the overlay was not doing the VHS job of making it feel anachronistic or of its time and place. It was not doing enough to do that. Whereas I think this one did, for my money. Like,
I think so. I think it does a better job.
They justified it, but also like it is a bonus, regardless, good, bad, or other. Like if there's a decent story that does justify that, well, that's a significant feather in the cap for me as well.
It is,
and I think
like,
this one does.
Well, I don't know. So I think the story's interesting enough that like I don't ponder too much about it, but like there would be, in theory, like multiple cameras and multiple videotapes being like cut together to make this one segment. So it in no way I don't think would actually be proper found footage.
But the culprit is an editor.
He is an editor.
That is true.
That's how I take it, is like this is his
That's totally fair.
Sizzle reel.
That's totally fair.
Like,
Yeah, and he would have had the victim's camera from taking his daughters, and he's obsessed with kids, so he would have edited it that way. So
totally
actually,
fair.
this is the one that's actually justifiable.
What? How did this land for you guys? Did this
Pierce, you
work?
go ahead.
Did this work?
I've talked a lot.
Here's what I'll say about this one is I think for its like time and its concept, like, I mean, it matches, the scare of kids getting taken and not having social media and those kind of things. Halloween, becoming more of like this dangerous thing after it was like such an innocent thing for so long. Like, I think that's fine and matches the kind of aesthetic that they're going for. But what I'll say is it really was like making me sick that they were like showing kids get tortured. Just couldn't find enjoyment in it. It felt at that point it became like a Hostel style thing where I was like, anything, it wasn't like super strong for me anyways, but I just couldn't find any enjoyment in it. Just having actual kids be tortured, him taking pieces out of them in a very realistic way. This was played straight.
Yeah.
They weren't doing any kind of over the top jokiness or there's no question in my mind that this was like played as straight. And they're like mini kids, some like really little are like being tortured. I didn't like it, man.
You're that like that. And here's what I'll say. Like, that is true. It is like, this does not shy away. The thing about this is that it is the most grimdark fucking segment maybe in VHS history.
Maybe
this is the only one besides maybe the first one where they have like basically an on-screen sexual assault in the wraparound. I remember that one pretty vividly as being a lot. But this one, it's a lot about kids or whatever. And like, personally, like, I think that the concept itself and the way that it's done and like the justifications that we just went through or whatever, I think that stuff's all good. The performances are all good in my opinion. I think this is just a full-length movie that is not given the proper room to give weight. And it's also bracketed by the silliest shit imaginable. So it makes it that much more grim dark. And I don't like that. I wish this was like just its own movie so I could like be objective and just cut that shit away and look at this as here's a grim dark movie that is about the most heinous shit imaginable.
Movies that I think are like Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer or that Polytechnic, which is Denis Villeneuve, where he made the film about the school shooting and made it like hyper realistic, but he made decisions about like making it black and white. Like, this is, I don't know, man.
This one sticks out like a sore thumb in an entirely different way from the last one, and they are right fucking next to each other. It made my skin crawl watching this one, and that's with me being like, this is hitting so many of my like found footage fan buttons where like it's doing things right, like it's justifying itself, it's like hinting at things, it's like the way people are talking seems not scripted or not overly scripted, shall we say. And but like, man, like the kid stuff is very dark. This is the same director as Lake Mungo, so like dark is a territory he's used to. Like, I
didn't realize
and
that.
I'm like, I could see that being blown out by the director of fucking Lake Mungo into an hour and a half of really dark but impactful, heart-rending horror. But this does not belong in a short sequence with the fun size character.
I agree.
It just doesn't.
I will say, like, the most gruesome moment of this whole movie that actually does work is from the Paco Plaza segment where we see the dude walking around and like slowly plucking eyeballs out of people's faces. Like, it's very gruesome, but it works.
It would fit in with that.
But those aren't kids. Yeah, so when you start like peeling kids' faces off, any sort of like enjoyment you had up until that point is like sucked away, like hardcore. So like I don't know. I just really disliked this. And I think that's the point, obviously. They're not trying to make something that you
it's
enjoy.
Effective.
But like I don't want that in a VHS movie. Like, that's not, generally speaking, not what these movies have been, and that's definitely not what I want from them personally. Maybe somebody's into like the more like hyper gruesome stuff. Like I want to be like kind of creeped out, but like maybe have some laughs. But this thing comes in off the back of the silliest thing you've ever seen and shows you like the most gruesome segment potentially you've ever seen in any VHS movie, and just fucking like sucks the soul out of your ass, man. And it's like,
damn,
what the fuck
fair.
am
like,
I doing?
There's a reason. There's a reason that variety packs of candy you get at Halloween, to bring it back to Halloween, don't include fucking like I don't know, an apple. You know what I mean? Like you don't have fucking Hershey's Kisses sitting next to fucking, I don't know, like just random shit like raisins. Like they don't. There are things that like are fine, like a popcorn ball.
Yeah,
that's an entirely different thing than candy. You don't package those together. You might get that in your candy, but it's a totally different thing.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just really feel like
just nailing the analogy.
I know what you're saying, but
this is another one though, which is a bit of a soapbox I will continue to be on. I guess it's like this has and will continue to happen on any given day. It just so happens that we are witnessing this story on Halloween. Like it really doesn't have anything to do with Halloween. It's just a story that we find them.
I don't know. I think
I think it's relevant around the lore that they set it in the time, like I said before, of where, especially the kind of premise that this is going off is like the innocence of Halloween is stolen. Of like, it's not this. The kids want to see it as like a holiday like Christmas, where it's like, oh, it's the fun, but people have turned it into this excuse to take kids and stuff like that. And there were lots of fears around that. Like, yes, it's fun to have the thing around like, oh, yeah, exactly. It's fun to have the like, oh, let's go trick or treat and let's wear the costumes, and like that's the season. But as an adult and as a person living in the real world, another aspect of Halloween is people exploiting kids or using as an excuse where kids go out on their own to take them or whatever. So I mean, I do not disagree with the point you're making, but what I will say is like I want a segment that has more to do with Halloween. Generally, I want all of these to have more to do with Halloween. If you're going to say VHS Halloween, like make that shit the most Halloween thing ever. Yeah. That's what I want, you know, and like these just are lacking.
I don't disagree with that.
Generally speaking,
no, I think that like this has enough strong material to it to where I'm interested in this, and I think that it's like it has some pretty good qualities on its own. It's just misplaced, and it doesn't. Yeah, like the thing is like separating the Halloweeniness from it, like which is a consideration, but like I'm trying to like to be objective about just the short and how effective it is. I think it is semi-effective and just placed poorly. Ultimately, that's the big crime of this segment. Otherwise, I have basically I don't have a ton negative to say about it. Even like the fact that it's like the kids aspect or whatever, it's very heartrending, and I can get behind a movie that does that sort of thing effectively. It gives itself the time and the world building and stuff to really sell those home, especially when you're also cleverly inserting like this like satanic panic stuff and like overprotectiveness. Oh, is it overprotective? Is it not? Who do you try? Like there's angles to this that are very fucking interesting from a sociological level, and it's coming on the heels of the goddamn candy bowl with dicks. So that's the problem for me.
Well, let's get to the last segment here and wrap this thing up. The last one is called Home Haunt. This was written and directed by Micheline Pitt Norman and R.H. Norman. Sorry if I butchered that first name there.
Nailed it.
It's tough.
So, for years, Keith and his son Zach have set up a home haunt for Halloween. They end up bonding over it. Now that Zach is a bit older, his friends make fun of him for it, and he's not really into it anymore. His mom convinces him to help his dad once again. They go to the antique store looking for spooky stuff, and his dad ends up stealing an old record to play in the haunt. It's Halloween night. They open up the haunt to their community. They play the record, and it ends up catching fire. Things start flying around, and seemingly everything in the haunt is now real. The door locks behind them. Keith's neighbor ends up getting crushed by a flying sheet ghost. Another girl is tortured in their torture chamber by a fucked up executioner. They get his axe away from him and kill him. Then we see a witch boil another girl in her cauldron, and then she boards her broom and flies out of the haunt. She rips another girl's head off and impales a boy with her broomstick. She flies off into the air with a camera. She drops it right in front of their haunt, and we see the giant face of the haunt that's sort of being used as a doorway start to come to life and stand up, and then we roll them credits.
Real quick, in regards to the last segment, I was wrong. It was not. He's not the director of Lake Mungo. I just misread this. So that was Joel Anderson. I just want to correct that.
Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha.
So, hey, welcome to my favorite segment.
Yeah, this is the Halloween one.
The Halloween segment in the Halloween movie. This is easily my
delivers.
favorite.
Yeah, this delivers on the promise here.
Yes.
It is
like at
so
long
fun, this
last. You have to wait an hour and a half to get to this shit, which is like sweet relief. Like, what the fuck? All these segments should be like soaked in Halloween lore, and it just takes way too long to get to it. I will say,
this is the one.
Fun little like piece of trivia. There's like no trivia on this movie because it's brand new, but the dude in this segment that is like going through the haunted house and saying like everything looks kind of like shit, that is practical effects legend Rick Baker.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So I
was like, come on, Jeff, this looks like shit.
Like most
awesome.
This was pretty good. I believed him to be a hater.
He most famously did the werewolf transformation in An American Werewolf in London. Rick Baker.
Okay.
And didn't he like specifically call out the werewolf? Am I misremembering?
He might have.
I feel like he might have.
The ghost. No, he gets killed by the ghost.
He gets killed by the ghost.
Okay, well, whatever it is, but.
No, man, this is the one. I mean, and it's perfect. It's perfect setup from the young kid VHS tapes of him enjoying shit with his dad and them being like really cute together. And then now he's a moody teenager and he blames his dad who's taken it too far and it's affected his personal life. And you have the practical stuff that they're painting, like that big green like mouth that they go into to open up the maze and stuff, and the sweet mom who's like in it to support like her husband, and like she kind of gets into it but she's obviously not as big into it. This was perfect. This really was perfect setup. It's kind of got that like Pete and Pete kind of feel of like, I'm too old for Halloween, I'm too old for you, Dad, you're embarrassing me. And it's got cool ass shit, the ghost killing that dude and the blood coming out and there being a real witch and him being scared. The witch is in there.
I popped hard. I was like,
Randy popped hard.
Oh shit, I'm popping
my God.
It's so hard right now at this witch boiling children.
Look.
I mean, it was cool because you have these. What witch movie has the green witch other than Wizard of Oz with the
or Wicked?
With the nose that's got like warts all over it, and she disappears into
and it's justified
a puff
perfectly.
Of pink smoke. It is.
That's the thing. Is like it's like the hokiest possible things become terrifying. They need a devil, Randy. Too bad they didn't give you a devil costume. I know they needed a classic devil costume.
You like that.
But they did a lot. They had a fucking witch flying around with a goddamn VHS camera ripping off trick or treaters' heads.
Yeah,
I loved that so.
That was a great ending.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It captured the spirit of the holiday and like kind of aging out of it, and also like I don't know if you guys have ever watched like many of these documentaries about people like obsessed with home hunts, but like it is a drain on their family, and like sort of making a little like short sort of kind of touching on that. It's like very real and like interesting, and like, wow, these people are obsessed in a way that like few people are, and like he's like dragging his family through it even if they're not into it, and like their finances can be suffering because of it. And then like through that he steals this record that like fucks up his whole life, but in like kind of a fun, goofy way. Like all the like goofy haunt shit comes to life, and like that's fucking perfect for this movie. That's exactly
Sheet
what
ghosts
I want out of a
kill
VHS movie. Yeah, the death by sheet ghost, like that's
so awesome.
perfect. Like
That
I want
is.
more of that. Less of like the weird
I agree.
6-tittied milk mom thing. Like, what are we doing with that shit?
I can
Like,
have a variety pack, but man, like this is exactly what I was promised by the title of this movie,
Yeah.
and it gave it. Like this one fulfilled the promise, and it was also fun as shit. There are some negatives here, like if you want to get down to brass tacks, I think that the performances aren't perfect by any means. I think they're a little overly
they're
expository.
fine.
they are perfect.
I thought that the kid did great. I think that the adults were a little bit like, I don't know, they just seemed a little bit not unreal to me, even in their real moments. You know what I mean? But then
bother me.
also like the record is a silly thing, and it might be a little bit sillier than I would like that he would find that and rip it off or whatever, and it's just the idea of a haunted record. I don't know.
I
feel
love
like,
the design on that thing, though. The
sure,
artwork
but like
it was
it's
so cool.
They
It's
nailed
fine,
it, yeah.
but like why did like the I know this is a question that you're not supposed to ask, but like why does that exist? Like why like you could have like, oh wow, a spooky book, and like, and maybe that's a little too rote or whatever, but at least that to me is like somebody who's taking a silly thing so seriously that they're going to a very serious place with it, and too far with that.
Yeah,
That does
I
not
see what
feel
you're
like when you
saying.
pick up this record, it does not feel like a critical moment to choose whether or not this dangerous item is something you want to include in your silly haunt. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like that was the only, and it's a quibble. I admit. Otherwise, I really love this thing, and the way it ends up, like it doesn't feel like it's completely dissonant at that point because things go kind of silly places. So I mean, I don't know. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it, and it is grounded and then goes absurd. Grounded to absurd, like
But in a
ramp up
justifiable
works great.
way. I also
yeah,
loved how
exactly.
the mom just started kicking ass.
Dude, it was a great character
Step
choice
up,
to have
yeah.
her like go from like the reliable like emotional support to the
Steady,
reliable axe support. I fucking love that.
Show's awesome. And just the
I could see this
different
being
like
longer.
kills and stuff, because it's so absurd. Like we were talking before about the kids dying. Like in this one, a little girl gets boiled in a pot and her skeleton is there.
Yeah,
and one
it's
girl
silly.
gets
Yeah.
shocked in,
Through
in
a
an
green
electric.
wick.
It's all the
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
But it's all the things that as a kid, when you're going through a haunted house, that's like what you're scared of. And so
Absolutely,
it's from the
yeah.
perspective of your childhood of being scared of a haunted house, and then you're in a haunted house that really kills you. Like that's so
It's
fun.
perfect. It's
It is. It really
absolutely
is.
perfect.
It
Yes.
really
And it's
is.
also
They
like
nail it.
the parents have gone like presumably like they're aficionados in Halloween. They're big time enthusiasts. So at least like the dad is a little freaked out. He stepped too far out of line or whatever. And the mom, who keeps shit together in their home life, also keeps shit together here
Yeah.
because she knows how the fucking like she has enough
Rules
knowledge of these
work,
creatures
yeah.
and stuff
Mm.
to survive. The
The
family
lore,
trio.
yeah.
Yeah, it does a good job on
Even
every
when
level.
he's
It-
like, "Oh, the witch," it's like they made her together.
Yeah.
They know,
Yeah.
like that's so crazy. Yeah, that's so
Mom is
fun,
fucking
though.
clocked in. She said, "Come on, bitch."
I love that shit so much. Yeah, no, best in the like they consistently do, like the last segment on a VHS is all like VHS entry is not
Consistently
guaranteed
good,
to
yeah.
be a banger, but it is large by and large the spot where you're gonna find the banger.
This is
Yeah. They
this
did
is
not
one of
disappoint
those
with
where
this one.
like if you think for half a second about how the footage is like hella edited together, like found footage wise doesn't make a fucking lick of sense, but it doesn't really matter because this story fucking sucks you in. Like for me personally, maybe that bothers some people, but like the story, it sucks you in and you're like just so into it, like you really don't fucking care about the mechanics of the like the found footage stuff. So this works for me. I do think still like the more simple the story, the better. And I do think like when you get the like witch flying through the air POV style and like impaling kids, I think it still operates better before you get to that level of insanity. Like I don't necessarily dislike it, but I think it works better before that. Like keep it kind of simple. That's a nitpick though, because this one is still probably my personal favorite of the 6 that we see. This is one of the 2 I would say that it's like intrinsically related to Halloween, could not possibly happen on any other day. They capture like the spirit of Halloween. I'm really, really down for it. This is what I was signing up for when like watching this movie. I was hoping for like everything to kind of feel like this. And this is the only one that like I think really kind of got even close to what I was hoping for. So
yeah,
there you go.
That's fair. I mean, you had a pretty solid expectation.
Yeah.
Let's rate it.
Let's do it. Out of 5, Rand Diesel, how do you feel about VHS Halloween?
So I think that like through our conversation, I don't think we're as far off as I really thought we were. We just have like different preferences about stuff, which is fine. And a lot of our complaints are the same. So I don't know. Like, this is by no means a perfect movie. Like I said in my recommend segment, I had a good time watching this overall. Like, there were segments that are clunkers. The thing is, like, I think I'm very well primed and ready to deal with that in a VHS franchise film. That we've been around the block. We know that at least one of these is going to come off really, really fucking badly. You hope for less of that. And you hope that it sticks to any theme that might be happening there in a way that is like diverse, but also unified enough and can fit together like Legos. You know what I mean? And I think this like does a relatively good job at that. I think that the Halloween vibes are there, but not strong enough. I will to Bob's point. I think that the haunted house is definitely the strongest of that. Maybe Fun Size is the second in that particular rating, but that's not one that I liked for other reasons. I don't know. I like this. I just had a good time watching it. It might be one short too long in general for my tastes. I think I'm going to come in at a 3.5. I enjoyed this. It's definitely above a 2.5 because that's like the midpoint. And I think I liked it enough to where I would maybe watch it again in a couple years or something on Halloween. And the seasonal boost is there enough for me to like enhance the possibility of my rewatch, if that makes sense. So 3.5. I think it's fun.
All right, Juice.
With flaws.
How do you feel?
Yeah, I didn't really like this one. There was too much to get through, and with the really good one being the last one and it being 2 hours long, I just was fed up with it. I really liked the last one. But you know what though? I say that, but I mean, if I was ranking it, like I think the last one's really good, and I really like the one where the guy steals the eyes. And then I thought the Fun Size was medium, and I like that guy's style. And actually, the fourth one, or the one with the kids, it's like I didn't like it, but the craft is there. Like it's just, I don't want to watch it, but the craft, like it makes logical sense. It's just very unpleasant for me to watch. But I mean, it was made well, it wasn't. So really the ones that were just kind of shit was the mommy one and the soda one for me, in my opinion. So, but overall, like it's just too long and the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. And it was kind of like a disappointment of like a Halloween promise, VHS Halloween. So with all that being said, I think I'll give it a 2.25. It is that hodgepodge of like, you could completely cut the soda bullshit, cut that out of there, and the mommy one. But then I'd want to cut the kids one too, because I don't want to watch kids get tortured. So really, I'm left with like 3 segments that I want to watch. And of one of those 3, I'm like, oh, the Fun Size one's not that good. It's just like, kind of the medium of the bunch. So really, again, coming back to it, out of 6 segments, there's really 2 that I like and 1 that I could tolerate. So that's not great. But I will say this Halloween one is going up there in like the top tier. You know, if you're making a compilation of best VHS Halloween shorts, I'd put this one up there, of ones that like I would really crave to watch, of the haunted house, the come to life. Like that's really cool. So 2.25, I think, you know. Bob, out of 5, where are you rating this one?
Dude, when you were running down the segments, everything it is exactly how I rank them, basically, as
Okay.
you are running. Wow. We're exactly in line.
Wow, that's rare.
It is rare. So, like, yeah, I think the most effective one is that Ut Supra Sync Infra. Next to that, the Home Haunt segment, I would say. Then the Fun Size one, which is like still not perfect, but I think it's still good. And then after that, Kid Print, which is good, but I just didn't like it. And then Diet Phantasma, which I think is bad. And then Coochie Coochie Coo, which I just fucking hate, and I wish wasn't in this. Like, take that out of this fucking movie. It doesn't belong here, period, I think.
Jesus
Get it out of here. So yeah, like half of these I guess I like, but only 2 of the 6 I would say are like directly connected to Halloween. And this is a 2-hour movie. It's a bit of a slog, man. By the end of it, I was just...
If there's a goddamn Christmas tree mentioned in any other movie, it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, but yeah, we joke
But if
about
they said
that.
it was VHS Christmas and there was just a Christmas tree in it, then no, that would not be acceptable.
Yeah, it's not like we're talking about Alien Christmas. It's like there's an alien movie with a Christmas tree. We make a lot of jokes about it because there's a Christmas tree in it. But like, yeah, this is VHS hella fucking ween, and like only 2 of the 6 are like intrinsically related to Halloween. They just did not deliver on that for me. Maybe that bothers me more than most people. Also, like most of these segments, I did not enjoy. It was a slog. I was fucking so happy when it ended. I don't know, man. This is not for me. It's not the worst VHS. It's far from the best VHS. I do think it being on Shudder is a nice thing. Like, throw it on. It's the Halloween season. Whatever. It's a new movie. It's got some Halloween vibes. That last segment, I think, is worth watching alone. Watch the movie alone for just that last segment, because that shit really is a lot of fun. And I think they fully deliver on the Halloween vibes for sure. And that Ut Supra Sick Infra, I mean, that's just a solid short. Like, I really don't get much Halloween vibes. I mean, obviously, the flashbacks, like, they're in costume and stuff, but, like, that's just a solid-ass short, period, no matter what it would be, and you could really kind of plug that in anywhere. It's a solid short, man. So I'm going to come in with a 2.5, a little bit over Juice, definitely under Rand Diesel. That's going to put our aggregate at a 2.75. for Halloween.
Hey, real quick,
VHS
since you guys listed your favorites in order, I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah, okay. Go for it.
Real quick, number 1, Home Haunt. That's not a surprise.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2, Kid Print. Kid Print has good bones on it, good structure. 3, Coochie Coo. Love me a darkened hallway, baby.
Damn, that shit sucks.
Number 4,
asshole.
Oots. Dude, no, it doesn't.
I can't believe you put that over the... Yeah, that one. Ooh.
The Ut Supra.
I am, because it is, to me, it hits more original. Ut Supra Sin Infra, like, and that's where those are the 4 that I enjoy in this that I would say, like, overall I enjoy. And then you hit Fun Size, which I had problems with, which I've gone over, and then Diet Phantasma, which just does not feel connected to this movie to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
there
just
you go.
For comparison's sake, there you go.
Well, 2.75 from the Straight Chillin' crew. Let's go ahead and jump over to our Rotten Tomatoes segment and see what the critics and users have to say about VHS Halloween.
Certified fresh to death.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rotten Tomatoes segment in which I'm going to have these gentlemen guess within the best of their abilities what the aggregate positive score is on RottenTomatoes.com for VHS Halloween. We have it's a pretty new movie, so there's a tomatometer with the critics that has 43 reviews, and then there's a poopometer from the users with 50 plus ratings. So low levels of rating all around. Not a lot of input just yet. Still very new and also a little bit under the radar, being a streaming release. So I'm going to start with the critics, rather, as we always do. And I'm going to start with Bob tonight, since you had such a fiery response to this movie. What do you think that the 43 critic reviews are going to say about this movie in aggregate?
I do not think the critics are going to love this one. So I'll take, honestly, like, I think a generous 50%. I think that would be generous.
Okay,
50%.
What a generous man.
Yeah.
All right, 50% from Bob, right down the middle. Soju, you got a real clear over-under situation happening here. What's it going to be?
I think I'm going to go slightly over, just because I think since it's Halloween and it's like a horror movie coming out at Halloween, it's VHS, and it's like, I don't know, I feel like more people are just kind of forgiving of those things, maybe. I don't know, to rate it slightly more positive. So I'm going to say 55.
55. Okay. So 50 from Bob, 55 from Juice. Let me do some quick brain math here. It's not going to be that quick. So you guys talk amongst yourselves for like 2 seconds.
Bob.
Slow brain math. Halloween is fun, right? We all
Halloween's
really...
38% difference in the score
Holy
here.
shit, dog.
And between the correct score or the correct the
Damn,
best
we're going
guess
really,
and the
we're
correct
going really
score.
low. I think I got this, Bob.
I think you
it's
did.
going to be weird.
Yeah, I think you did.
And you did. It's 93% positive right now. 93%.
Like, that is quite unexpected. Oh my God.
Wow,
What
we're
the shit?
in the minority here.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm
the minority report right there, baby.
Well, in Korea, you actually are.
Let's move on.
I am. I know. See? Look at that.
Look at you,
Ugh.
not even.
I know the
telling us.
minority experience. I really do.
Oh,
You poor soul. How are you living?
Yeah.
How are you even
yeah,
doing it?
really
It's rough over
marginalized
here, you know.
minority over in South Korea. The white man is famously put upon.
You
in
don't know the
Korea.
struggle.
I'm gonna
Randy.
airmail you a sack of crystals just to keep you going, brother.
Oh, man. That's not going to keep. All right. Let's move over to the user score, the poopometer, as it's called. There are only 50 plus ratings in the user score here, so keep that in mind as you cast your ballot. Going in reverse order, Soju, 50 plus ratings. What percentage would you say are positive from the users?
I think it's going to be lower than 93, but I think it's still going to be positive just from actually, I don't know anything about this movie, about how people are rating it, but you guys seem to think a lot of people like it. So I'm going to go with that.
I actually don't know.
Oh, well, I'm going to go with that anyways. And say, I'm going to give, that's a little too high, I think. No, well, fuck it. I'll take The Boys 86. I think that's a little too high, but that's what I'm going with.
Fuck it.
It's been a while since I took The Boys.
Take
All
'em.
right. 86. Bob, going over, you going under, you going sideways?
You got me questioning my life now. People over here with the fucking in the 90s with this shit. I'll take 86. Still seems crazy high to me, but man,
Yeah, I think that's a little too high.
Again, aggregate of positive scores.
I know. I would have bet that the audience score was going to be higher than the critics, but there's no fucking way that's true now. So I'll take the under, I guess. Give me an 84 and maybe we'll tie with an 85.
Ooh, 84. You going for that 1985. All right. Let's do some quick dumb brain math here. Boop, boop, bop. Talk amongst
I
yourselves.
think you got this one, Bob. I think this one's swinging your way.
24% difference.
Okay.
24% difference.
110%? Oh,
Yeah,
my
that's right. You
God.
nailed it. I can't believe over 100%
Can't
of
believe
people
it's
love it.
110%.
Oh, man. They really gave it all.
I can't believe they all
They
said,
left it all on the
"Hell
field."
yeah."
Yeah, there you go.
They did not.
By the way, the correct number is 60%. The correct
I got
response is 60%.
Way more understandable.
60%. 60% positive, which I'm a man of the people this week. But yeah, that's it. There's no aggregate. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you guys didn't nail it. I'm so sorry. Oh man, I'm sorry.
I'm more of an individual, you know. I kind of stand out amongst the people.
Yeah, I'm just more of a correct person.
Great minds think for themselves, Randy.
Okay. You guys were toe and toe, back to back. You guys were basically touching tips this whole episode. I don't know if you can have the claim
That
of being an
makes us
individual.
stronger, okay?
Okay, all right. London Bridge is falling
Randy.
down, and
We're building a
the bridge is your two dicks touching.
Damn.
All right, let's read some negative reviews and see what
Well, that's a hell yeeting ski.
It's at least a Q-chay of a
The old
bridge. This will got a dip
ski.
right in the middle. Let's
Drive
do a
carefully.
quick read of some negative reviews, see what some negative Nellies have to say about this film.
Whoa,
it's definitely the
those
funniest of the
Nellies.
franchise, but while it's filled with gore, the derivative segment of shaky cameras, incessant screaming, and jump scares quickly become frustrating. You've played
Bullshit.
this tape before, and it's starting to wear thin. Okay. You queued up a found footage horror movie. I don't know how you expected it not to have a shaky cam at any point. I'm not sure what the fuck you expected.
I kind of understand that critique. Just like, it's specifically with the Coochie Coochie Coo segment, it's like, you're in a spooky house, there's a thing around the corner, you see the thing at the end. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, but that's not the complaint he's making.
well, I'll shut the
Shaky
fuck
camera?
up. Oh, yeah, shaky camera. I mean, that
Incessant
is found footage. That's just what it
Jump
is.
scares? Like jump scares?
Yeah,
Jump scares.
you gotta
Like,
have
I
it.
think,
You gotta have it.
like, I don't know what, like, did he watch the other ones and think, wow, no jump scares in any of this? Like, what the hell
No
are we talking
shaky
about?
cam whatsoever.
Yeah.
Until
this found
the
footage, it
eighth
feels like it's not
movie.
found footage at all. Great. Okay, one more. With a wraparound story by Scotland's own short film maestro, Brian M. Ferguson, we are guaranteed at least some high quality entertainment. That's a negative blurb? The fuck? That's
well,
a
it
positive
turns out-
blurb about my lowest rated.
Turns out that segment sucked dick. So
Oh,
that's why
damn.
it's
whoops.
negative.
Yeah, that was the before picture, I guess. All right, yeah, that's it for Rotten Tomatoes. It sounds like trivia is a no-go, right?
Yeah, there's really no trivia on this one since it's so new, but let's go ahead and talk Cooter of the Week.
Straight chillin'. Cooter of
Juice, what is a Cooter and why do we hunt them?
Well, Bob, Cooter's character type and a straight chillin' exclusive.
the pause really sold that.
I know. Got to build that anticipation. Cooter asked three of these 5 points to be considered a Cooter, but we want the Cooter with the most points. The 5 points of Cooterdom are sexual deviance, manipulation, smug arrogance, overall looking attire, and overall patheticness. Boys, I think we got ourselves at least one Cooter this Halloween, but maybe more than one.
I mean,
Go,
sorry,
Randy,
we gotta go there.
go.
Kid
Yeah.
print,
Yeah.
Mr. Editor.
Bruce. What's
Jesus
his name? Bruce,
Christ.
right?
That guy, like, I gotta say, that performance I thought was really great. That guy was
Good performance was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
perfectly, like, nonchalant, and, like, you can understand how a person might have rehearsed it that way. Do you know what I mean? Like not
Oh,
as an
yeah.
actor, but like as a killer trying to hide,
Yeah.
but also letting it slip right at the end.
especially in the 90s.
Yeah, man. I like the way he talks to his victims is so fucking horrifying.
So manipulation.
Check.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't sexual deviancy.
I don't think
I think
so.
inherently,
think
if you're doing non-consensual shit to
suggested-
kids, it seems sexual to me. It's just
Or-
like it,
Oh,
The way he was, the way he said, I'm
He
just
wore
looking
kids'
at their
faces.
faces. Or
yeah,
no, when he
like
was,
he wanted to be a kid still. I didn't read.
yeah,
it
he's like,
as
oh, you're
sexual.
gonna be brave and go out on your own tonight. Oh, like there's no way there's nothing sexual about this to
No,
me.
yeah,
I just don't see it.
specifically
when
at
he
the
was
end.
saying,
when he's
I
talking
just
about,
I don't know
sit
that I can
back in
support
that
it through the
room
text.
all day looking at all their little innocent faces. I'm like,
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
what the fuck?
I didn't read it that
What
way,
the
but
fuck?
I'm in the minority. That's fine.
Nah.
I mean, he's
Well, we could put
literally
it on
murdering
pause.
kids, so
Yeah.
he is a cooter. Like, there's no way around
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Well,
let's
okay,
go to the
so
third
let's
run
say
here.
let's say manipulation for sure. Smug arrogance.
Yeah.
I mean, I think so. This is
yeah.
right under the owner's nose, and
Yeah.
sure.
And then
Yeah.
at the end, the way he gives that interview, and it's like, oh yeah, like
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm dedicated to
Oh,
keeping this
yeah.
open. By the way, that alone, like the idea that there would be say a photographer who got caught killing children at his kid's photography studio, and his underling is going to keep that business open.
Yeah. No one's going there.
No.
No one's going
Like,
there.
That is
Nobody's going
arrogant
there.
as shit. You are not capable of rescuing this business from being fucking disturbing to people.
Also, one little hint that I actually thought was clever. It's too bad that this is just so dark, but it's just when they go back there at the beginning and the girl asks, "Oh, there's some missing. Are those the kids that are missing?" I later took it as not necessarily that the police had them, which I guess you would.
Oh, he
Assume
definitely
that,
had them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought that those were like his trophies.
He's, like,
and like
editing
that's
him.
how, yeah, that's how
Those
this
are the
is
ones
being
we
edited
saw.
together.
Like,
Yeah.
I think
So
they edited in.
Yeah, that's so
By the way, she said that they were
man.
murdered. That's another reason that one is directly tied to Halloween because the abductions were happening on Halloween.
No, they were
say
happening
that
all leading
explicitly.
up to Halloween.
to
But
Halloween.
but they would not let specifically. They had abductions on Halloween, and that's why Halloween was in particular a reason for.
Yeah, but it could have happened
said
any
that.
day. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it happened
Yeah, anything
before
can
and it's
happen
gonna
any
happen
day.
after. It's just sure. It's a nitpick that I am going to pick. Just gonna do it.
Okay, all right. Take your pick.
So we have smug arrogance, manipulation. Looking at Tyre, he's wearing children.
He's wearing children's faces.
Yeah.
So you know,
Check. Yeah.
We got him.
I would raise an eyebrow if I saw somebody wearing a child's face.
Pathetic.
Is that a child's face on your face?
How
Is
we
that-
going patheticness?
Where'd you get that, my guy?
He
don't
he
think so.
schemes
Not a
his
good
way.
look.
Yeah, he's successful.
very
in his
cringe.
scheme.
But the
yeah.
thing is, here's the thing. That the second another kid goes missing, they're
Yeah,
going straight to
he's-
that place, and he's
yeah,
getting
they're going
arrested.
straight to that guy.
But
yeah.
like, I can understand like if the conceit is partially like that he's pushing his luck because he's pathological and like he can't help but to push his luck.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's what more movie would have done for this. You know?
Yeah. But he's Cooter. He's Cooter for sure. Whether you want to throw sexual deviance in there or not is up to you. But we got him.
Oh yeah.
How about, is there anybody else for sure that comes to your
I
mind?
mean, the mommy.
A mommy.
Mommy. Yeah, she's a predator.
Manipulation.
Manipulation.
And before anybody comes at me for not
Manipulation.
giving half star for the Yabo, so it wouldn't matter anyways because we also get some chocolate dong later. So you know my rules. I stay
And some hairy severed balls.
hairy nuts. Yeah. So
Not big
That's-
on that.
Plus
As-
3 stars? I don't know your roll, Juice, but yeah.
The code is getting confusing.
so the mommy, she's manipulation.
Manipulation.
Smug arrogance. I don't really know.
I
Like
guess. Yeah.
I guess.
Looking
It's
at
just kinda like-
Tyre, Jesus.
she's got a motivation, but it almost
What a
seems animalistic.
brawn, am I right?
Fucking hippie. This goddamn godless hippie out here wearing not even one, much less 3 bras.
You need some support over
No
there,
use
girl.
crying over spilt milk, am I right?
Mm.
So
Patheticness. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's got a little army of JD Vances. It's not,
Whoa, damn.
it's not exactly giving strength to me.
God damn. Patheticness, manipulation, sexual deviancy. She's got grown people
Yeah,
sucking on her nips.
Which-
yeah. The nip suckage is
That's
kind of push
sexual
it.
Yeah, and like force feeding grown
But also,
people
like,
your
the
milk
like
to
it's
turn them
explicitly
into
maternal in
children.
nature.
It's-
But I don't know.
Is
Like
it?
that's
Is it? Yeah, I don't know. She's
It's-
also
I
like
mean, it's
kind of a
supposed to be.
demon
I don't know.
creature. I don't know what.
Yeah.
it's a little bit too nebulous to really nail
Pathetic.
that down. I think. Yeah.
I guess.
There was a lore involved where she was like her kids she got impregnated and her kids got taken. I don't know.
Yeah,
some shit
there
like
was.
that.
She Yeah,
And it wasn't
I was a
that
little
harped
confused
upon, which I
about
was
that,
grateful
yeah.
that they didn't really exposit, but they did insert some of that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
King Cooter, we got the
Tough
King
thing.
Cooter. It's fine. We got him.
I
We got him
know. I
locked
don't
up.
really.
We got him.
Lock
Nobody's
him
gonna
Lock him up.
handle
All
that
right.
shit.
Lock his ass up. Hey, let's talk about what else we've been watching for the past 3 weeks.
Holy shit! For the past month.
Hey, gang, what you been watching?
This is gonna be like taking
Randy,
the
Randy
hugest,
gets
most satisfying
backed up.
shit.
I know.
I
Randy
do.
just
It's like I
has
can
to
feel it in my
release.
gut.
I gotta
you know?
release the what you've been watching.
Randy's fucking nuts are full.
Oh man, there is nuts in there. Oh yeah, that's true.
Randy,
Corn too.
let it rip. What you been watching?
Go, Randy.
Okay, what I've been watching. I watched The Long Walk. The Long Walk was quite fun. Thought of an ending, but I enjoyed it ultimately. I rewatched Haunt, which we saw some years ago and reviewed, and I still kind of like that movie. There's
good.
Some flaws I had forgotten, and but there's some really solid set pieces, and that is very Halloweeny, deeply Halloweeny. I appreciate that about it, and there's still some surprises. I forgot what happens when some masks start coming off. If you guys remember what I'm talking about,
I do.
and that hit again for me. I watched Friendship on a plane, and I love Tim Robinson. Might be a little. I might have a cap on how much Tim Robinson vibe I can take at one time.
That's fair.
I started watching Haunted Hotel on Netflix, which I like, but I feel like is pretty. Like the word that I kept coming to is pretty conventional feeling, weirdly enough. I love Will Forte, and he's very much doing the Will Forte thing. And I like the other actors. They're doing fine, but they're kind of trying to hit like a Bob's Burgers by way of genre, the Rick and Morty genre storytelling thing happening. And it's not quite coalescing for me just yet. I've seen about 6 episodes, but it isn't not enjoyable, so I'm still watching it. Yeah, I don't know. I like some of the spooky stuff, but I don't know if it's really hitting the funny bone, which is a shame. I think they want it to be like Bob's Burgers funny, but it's not quite going there. Let's see. I watched the Billy Joel documentary, So It Goes, it's called. The first half of that was very fascinating and great, and I loved it. And the second half had some good stuff in it too. But by the end of it, I was like, man, that really put a very positive spin on some very, very shitty things that this man has done. And I love Billy Joel. Bob knows this. Since high school, I've been a huge Billy Joel fan. So it was good to get to know more about the guy's life or whatever. A lot of stuff I just didn't know because I never really looked into himself. I just really liked the music. And I still do. But yeah, there's some of that stuff he's not a perfect guy, let's say. Clown in a Cornfield.
Like
watch that.
No?
Oh my God.
No.
Soju Joel.
Clown in a Cornfield. Rewatched that. I actually rewatched it twice because I wanted Beck to finish it, and I Beck went to bed midway through it once, so I was like, no, we're gonna watch the rest of it again. I just enjoy that movie, man. It's just kind of great. It's great for this time of year. It's that's the reason that I brought up Cornfield as a poll option, is because I was watching that movie. I was like, this is a pretty common trope setting, and we haven't really explored it too much, so I like it. I watched a movie called The Borderlands, which was found footage, and I enjoyed. I'm trying. Here's the thing: is I was not sober, so I'm having a hard time remembering the details of it. But I did enjoy it. I remember that much, so I'm gonna look it up and maybe talk about it again next week because I can't remember. I'm just running.
Yeah, it's
down
like
the
a
list
spooky church movie from maybe Scotland. Is that
yes.
the one? Is that
okay.
the one?
Yes, it's the one with the with the Vatican priests coming to explore a potential haunting or something at a church, a remote church, and yeah, I liked it quite a bit. It had some flaws, but some of that stuff hit pretty good. This one is an excellent example of just the wandering through darkened hallways and shit, and it is also kind of in the vein of the as above so below sort of thing. I liked it. It was good, and I had heard that it was quite good. So the acting in it was serviceably good as well. I liked it all. last couple things are going to be not movies. I watched Ginger Root live in concert for the first time during the big Wheel tour, and I've been waiting a long time to do that because I've been like hyper engrossed with Ginger Root last year and during summer, and I never got a chance to watch them live, and it was great. I had a great time. And then that same weekend, I got to see the Viagra Boys live in concert, and that was a lot of fun. Holy shit. That shit was baller as hell. I had just so much fun watching this dude belch into a goddamn microphone in the middle of a statement. It was fabulous. So I watched those. And then also I did play a game called, I've brought this up I think before, called UFO 50, which is an indie game that's essentially a collection of 50 NES 8-bit games that were made to seem like they were from that era, but they are made in modern times or whatever. And so it's like kind of like a grab bag. It's the experience of like pulling a random cartridge out and putting it into your Nintendo and playing it and seeing if it's any good. And a lot of them have flaws or whatever. Or a lot of them are really basic. And then some of them are really great. The one I really want to highlight out of those 50 is one called Night Manor, which I've since come to find is largely considered to be one of the best ones on the game in general. And it is a point and click horror adventure. I've never been a big point and click guy, but I really enjoyed this. The aesthetic of it was great. The mechanics were like pretty robust for being like intentionally limited to the scope of an NES level game. I really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend it. It's a pretty solid horror experience. Not the scariest thing in the world, but scary enough, and like takes itself seriously. I liked it. And that whole game, the whole 50 so far, there hasn't been a game that I have like just outright hated. They've all been pretty fun, at least. And then the last thing I'll mention that happened just last night after watching Haunt, after watching VHS Halloween and the home haunt thing, got to go to a cornfield maze sort of thing called Markov's Haunted Forest. Some neighbors invited us. I knew nothing about this, and it is like, I would say on the level of some like Universal Studios level, like fucking haunted house shit. It's the kind of thing that it's like, the difference being that they refine it, the same houses, and add to it every year. So it's like two long ass walkthroughs. One is through like a bunch of different stuff, a witch's hut, a fucking UFO, like all kinds of shit you walk through with like spooky shit. It's really well done, and it's like it's a homegrown thing made by locals, and I really, really appreciated it. It was like pretty professional seeming, and much respect to it. I would do it again, and I highly recommend it if you're in that area of Dickerson, Maryland. That's where it is. And that's it. That was the big shit. It's gone. And you guys, I gotta lean back for a second. You guys take the lead.
Randy.
Juice, what you been watching?
So I'm starting to go through, classic stuff. So I watched Hocus Pocus. I watched the Mickey Mouse Halloween Spooktacular, which I really like to watch. Watched Corpse Bride again. It's been a few years. That movie's actually kind of disappointing. But I watched that one. Watched Return of the Titans, which is such a good movie, and anyone who's dealing with the negativity of American life should watch that one these days. That's
Remember the Titans, the football movie?
Sorry, Remember the Titans. My bad. Remember the Titans. I watched the new Park Chan-wook movie. It's called No Other Choice, and that one is very autumn. It's set in the autumn time, the Korean autumn, which is quite beautiful. It's a black comedy. It is about murder and stuff like that, but it was a little disappointing for me, honestly. But still, it's got some good stuff going for it. It's beautifully shot. The cinematography is amazing. But just the overall story, I thought, was a little disappointing and not as innovative as he typically is. I've been watching that Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated for the spooky season. That shit's so funny and a lot of fun. Yeah. Dude, Fred cracks me up so much with his trap talk, dude. That shit is so funny. Even just just the little thing like, oh, these chains are great. Where did you get them? And just stuff like it's so ridiculous. That is a really good Scooby-Doo iteration. It's a lot of fun to go through. I also been watching some Batman the Animated Series Halloween kind of special, some Scarecrow ones. There's one I posted on the Slack today, Almost Got 'Em, which starts off with Poison Ivy and specifically Halloween Pumpkin Patch, which is really cool. Also, The Wonderful Autumn of Mickey Mouse. I mention it every year for like the past 5 years. That one's really great. Just autumn vibes. So good. I saw Muse in concert, which was actually really good. I remember that. I listened to Muse quite a bit when we were in college, those like first 3 or 4 albums. And they put on a hell of a show. It was a good concert here in Korea. And enjoyed that a lot. I have tried out a couple things that have not hit so well. I tried watching that Agatha All Along because I was like, maybe a dark kind of Marvel thing. Struggling to watch that one. Also, I guess this year they came out with the Marvel Zombies, which has ended up not being very good. There is a show on Netflix too. It's like an animated. It's called like Haunted Hotel or whatever. It's animated. Yeah. And it's okay. It's okay. But those are kind of the clunkers out of everything. But yeah, started, going through the rounds, watching some classics and some stuff I haven't revisited in a little while. So just full spooky season swing. You know what's up. Bob, what you been watching?
Oh, hey. Started rewatching Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc. with Alice. She'd never seen it before. Okay. And definitely enjoying that. We always come up with sort of like an overarching theme for our Halloween party, and this year we were gonna do like Scooby-Doo, and I was like, well, we gotta watch this shit. So we threw it on. Definitely enjoying that. I've been painting a lot of Scooby-Doo villain faces. I haven't painted anything in a decade. But it's not sucking. So
it was looking good. Yeah,
thumbs up.
Dude, that haunted astronaut or whatever, I saw somebody did the best costume of that online. I'll send it to you.
Rad.
I was very jealous.
It's an easy face to put together. If you get it to glow right, I could see that working out. That show's great though. It's on Netflix, so if you're interested in a more modern take on Scooby-Doo, check out Mystery Inc. It's up there for you. Also, Great British Bake Off. They got a new season rolling every Friday on Netflix, so we've been watching that, and that's just very nice, just very pleasant.
So pleasant. God, that's the most pleasant shit, dude. That's more
I
of
watched
a
the Halloween
watch
celebrity
but
American Bake Off with Patton Oswalt and Leslie Jones and shit. It was fun. Those shows are also just a little bit awkward.
Interesting.
Strange,
I didn't know.
I like
your
my
boy
Bake Off's British.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I agree generally, but
we watch it first thing Saturday morning with a cup of coffee, and it's just
it's
pleasant.
Dude, it's so pleasant. I usually watch it with breakfast too.
Yeah.
It's start your day off with some British Bake Off.
Yeah.
It's great.
That's the time for
just
pastries.
Just level sets, and you're like, yeah, all right, let's go do the day now.
Yeah, let's go live in America.
Let's just struggle.
I'm ready for today. Oh no!
I wish I was in England.
Yeah. Speaking of, I did rewatch An American Werewolf in London.
Nice, that's a great one.
Fucking great werewolf movie, a classic. I'm just gonna try and barrel through as many horror classics as I can this year, stuff that I know I love but just haven't seen in a really long time. That was my first one. Spoiler alert, it's great, holds up. We did watch Over the Garden Wall as well because it's full blown fall season and that's an annual watch. You got to do it. That shit is amazing. Over the Garden Wall. Also, they started selling Mondo. I guess they put out some really nice Over the Garden Wall figures. If you're into that, you can buy those. Penny Dreadful, another thing that I am a big fan of. Juice, obviously, you just dropped a minicast talking about the first season of it, introducing that to Alice as well, and like we're almost done with the first season, and that shit holds up very well.
So good.
Perfect for Halloween time. Definitely check that out. Lastly, I'll say I watched the first 2 episodes of that new monster series, the Ed Gein story on Netflix.
Beck had an episode of that on as well.
I think I might fucking hate it. I think.
Oh, Bob.
Just in conceit, I don't like it.
Dude,
Oh,
so
wow.
it is. So the first episode is truly about Ed Gein, but it's like super sensationalized, and I kind of, I was like interested in watching it because I actually did learn a little bit about the first season they did with Dahmer, Jeffrey Dahmer. There was like, I did actually learn some things from that. And I was like, okay, well, maybe there's a silver lining regarding this season, the third season. I didn't bother watching the second season. Maybe I can actually like learn something, even though this is like clearly primarily for entertainment. Maybe I can learn something. So 2 episodes in, I'll say this is at least equally about Hitchcock making Psycho the movie as it is about Ed Gein.
What?
So like,
Really?
yeah, so only 2 episodes in, maybe it changes, but like at this point, like what the fuck what are they doing? What are they fucking doing? God, like I don't know, man. If I finish it,
is pissed.
it's just fucking dog shit. I think if I finish it, it's gonna be a struggle. Like I just don't know what the point of it is. Like I was already pretty dubious on it, just like in general existing, and then when you've got this dude playing Anthony Hopkins, like being like taken through the like fucking fake ass house that they're quote shooting Psycho in. Sorry, Anthony Perkins. I said Hopkins. Anthony Perkins.
Yeah, I was like, I'm getting really
Perkins.
confused about what the hell's happening now. We're all over the place.
Anthony Hopkins.
It's like,
Anthony Perkins.
Anthony Hopkins.
It's just like, and then you've got this short little dude like pretending to it just sucks. It just sucks. Anyway,
God,
that's on
just
Netflix.
listen to you talk about it. So.
Man, that sucks!
Man, that sucks.
That sucks, dog.
So, I will say I don't like Charlie Hunnam as an actor.
Yeah.
But I do think
He's putting on a crazy voice, and I'm assuming that it's from life.
I would
because
assume
otherwise
that
it's a
too.
Crazy choice.
I don't know that, but I will say like I think his acting in this is good. And
Oh, wow.
What I saw, it seemed fine. Yeah, like the voice is crazy,
definitely
but
not
I
very
take it
good,
as like a Capote thing or like a Lincoln thing, where it's like, yeah, that's what it's supposed to sound like. So you kind of got to go.
So
for
what?
it.
He's playing Ed Gein? Is that
He
what it is?
He is, yeah.
And I think he's doing a good job. Also, what's her name? Lori Metcalf.
Lori
Is that her
Metcalf
last
is
name?
just an incredible
Dude,
fucking actress in
she
general.
is quality. She plays his mom in this, and she's so far my favorite part of the whole show. She's really,
That does not surprise me.
really
she
good.
is great. I've never seen her put in a bad performance on fucking anything. It's crazy.
Yeah, she's killing it. So overall, I think I hate it so far, but Lori Metcalf, man, yeah, she's doing it. She's doing the thing. So that's what I've been watching this week. We do have a few voicemails to get to, so let's jump over to our Hotline Screams.
Hotline Scream!
If you guys are listening and would like to call and leave a voicemail for next week's show, you can hit us up at 904-638-3231. First up, we're going to hear from everybody's favorite spider monkey, Caitlin. Let's hear what she has to say.
What up, boys? It's your girl Caitlin from Plug It Up. New week, new teaser for Chilloween Trivia. I'm going to do 2 rounds this week since I will be starting a new job next week. Just dropped off my computer at my old job, feeling pretty good about it. But 2 of the trivia rounds that we're going to be doing are One is called First Shot, Last Shot, which is where I show the very first shot, a screen grab of a movie, and the very last shot, and you have to tell me what horror movie it is. Some good iconic first and last shots in there. And then another one is alternate titles. So going to be showing the alternate / working titles of different horror movies, and you have to tell me what the horror movie ended up being called. Yeah, I think those are pretty fun. Hopefully you guys will enjoy them, and can't wait. See you later. Bye.
Yeah, Caitlin's bringing
That's awesome.
These categories.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
I love the first shot, last shot idea. That's such a fun idea.
It sounds easy, but I feel like the second you see those images, you're going to be like, fuck, I don't know anything.
No, I don't think so.
Hell yeah. Come hang out with us on Chilloween and test your horror movie metal. Are you man or are you person enough?
Are you a true whorehead? Are you a fucking poser?
Are you person enough?
Are you children enough? Can you do it?
Are you chill enough to be
Bitches leave.
cool with us? To be hard with us?
Come hang out. Come get really, really hard with us on Chilloween. Next up, we're going to hear from your boy, Nos, our biggest fan.
My boy.
Here we go.
What's up, guys? It's Nas here. I listened to last week's episode and listened to your guesses on my Halloween costume, on my new Halloween costume. And Justin hit the ding-a-ling. We are being Pennywise and Georgie. I'm gonna be Pennywise. My girlfriend is gonna be Georgie. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun. I already have the costume. My girlfriend is gonna do the makeup, and we have to get a blue still, and she has to get her yellow raincoat. But it's gonna be very fun. So yeah, good guesses. Y'all did 3 movies. So I meant original miniseries. Then you have the book, and then you have It Chapter 1, the remake, and then It Chapter 2 remake. Yeah. That's what I meant by the 3 movies. So good guesses. And what I've been watching for Halloween, it's only October 2nd when I'm calling. So I'm currently, after this call, gonna start watching Wolfman 2025. Heard it's real shit. So let's see. And yesterday I watched for October 1st, I watched Hocus Pocus. What do you call them, Max? Yabos? Man, I totally forgot that scene. I don't know why, but I totally forgot it. Also, I hope I can be at the Chilloween event because 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is like 3 a.m. for me. Sorry for that voice. I totally butchered it, but he says it so aggressively. I love it. But anyways, guys, that's really it. Wolfman, Hocus Pocus. I'm gonna watch It Follows next.
Got roboted out there at the end.
Max likes your Yabos. In fact, he loves them.
I think that happened a little bit last week too. I wonder if it's his call. It's gotta be the call, right?
Yeah, maybe that international call just kind of gets a little bit spotty towards the end. I might have to chop off the end of that. Sorry, Nos, if you're listening, you don't hear the last little bit. But yeah, coming out for Chilloween for sure, brother. If 3 o'clock in the morning is brutal, but
oof.
Yeah, come hang out.
That's a lot.
Juice, you hit them on the ding-a-ling with your guess.
Whoa.
Right on.
Right
Juice always goes for the
ding-a-ling.
Straight for the ding-a-ling.
Yeah, I was right again, boys. Just killing it these days.
I'm right on schedule.
Right on schedule.
These days, just killing it. These days.
Oh yeah. Are you implying that I'm just always killing it, Bob? That's
what I'm doing. That's what I'm
Yeah, just these days are killing it. Oh, just these days.
You must be exhausted.
You really always are on top, so
just very recently. You must be exhausted.
I don't really know what you're implying.
Oh, okay.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Childish. How childish. Thanks for calling us. Always a pleasure to hear from you, brother. Last but certainly not least, we're going to hear from our friend Brandon. What's he got going on?
Oh, what up? What up, lads? It's your boy, the Squash himself. It's been a long time. Man, I got super stoned tonight. That was like a reward kind of thing for just like crushing it. And watched Bring Her Back. Recipe for disaster. I'm never going to emotionally recover from this. Tiger King. That's just one of the roughest ones, you know? That was a toughie. No other words for it. Anyways, love your jabronis. Hope you're having a good spooky season. Grapefruit.
I'll tell you what, man. There's no other word for it than toughie is one of the funniest things I've heard in a long time.
That's a
This is really brutal.
It's a toughie.
That's a toughie.
No other word for it. It's a toughie.
Oof.
Dude, getting super stoned and watching Bring Her Back sounds like a bad time.
Yeah.
What,
and Tiger
a copy
King.
of Solo break in half on the way into the disc player or what?
Oof.
On the
Tiger
way.
King reference. I love trying to map out a very stoned person's train of thought. It's so fun. It's so fun.
Dude, that's brutal. I hope you did emotionally recover from that.
Yeah.
Tiger King.
Tiger King. Thanks for calling, Brandon. We love hearing from you, man. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Again, if you guys would like to call in and leave a voicemail for next week, hit us up at 904-638-3231. Boys, we'll be back next week with a brand new show. We're talking about a classic. This one is my fault. We're talking about Reanimator. It's Bob's pick.
Ooh.
We're doing it.
Oh.
Bob doesn't.
Bob's
he knows
pick.
how to,
Bob's takeover.
I'm doing it.
He has a sea of DVDs and Blu-rays behind him, and
I
he
gotta
chose the one
justify
he's
it.
seen 10,000 times.
The one I've seen the most. I got to make sure it still works. You know, I got to throw it in there. It's been a day.
Otherwise, I might have to buy an 8th copy. You know, I can't have that.
Yeah.
That's exciting, though. I mean, this is one of those ones we covered a long time ago, but
11 years ago.
Yeah. Is it
Wow,
in
holy
the
shit.
original recordings, or was it after that?
No, the original 62 recordings, it is in there. So if you want to listen to that, you can go to our website, straightchilling.com, and listen to it.
You don't need to go. You don't need to do that.
But yeah, it's one of those things that we really haven't discussed in like literally 11 years, which is wild.
Yeah,
and this is the 40th anniversary of Reanimator, and they just put out a brand new 4K. So it seems like a decent time to maybe revisit it. So, you know, let's do it.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm excited.
Reanimator straight to the top, boys.
We're doing it. We might have a super random fucking guest that I won't mention, but maybe.
Yeah, just in case they don't show up.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
Jimmy Kimmel, get down here.
Just see you next week, boys.
You know, we'll just
Jimmy,
we'll just see.
we're just gonna have to see what happens.
We'll just see
What is happening? Did you,
Randy? You're not
The
in on
testicles
it.
just
We sent you
come
like a
into your body?
text
What's
and everything. We planned this joke. Come on, if we're not gonna be able to coordinate these things,
we'll just see what happens.
come on, Randy. Why don't you just get it out?
Apologize.
Check out Reanimator. Get ready for next week's show. We're on all the social media outlets. Just search Straight Chilling Podcast. We'll pop right up. If you would like to join in on the daily Slack channel conversations, now is a perfect time. It is proper spooky season. Let us know on all the socials or any of the socials, and I'll send you a link so you can join in on the fun. Until next week, as always, all you mother truckers, please keep chilling.
VHS.